Let's go full psycho.
Yeah, I just wanna drink tequila with my friend. She says she cheated cause she trying to get ahead. The more I read it, yeah, the more I take offense. I'm so defeated, I can't get outside my head. I post a picture of myself cause I'm lonely. Everyone knows what I look like, not even one of them knows me. Yeah, I just wanna drink tequila with my friend. I'm so defeated, I just want this shit to end. So I walk into the club like everybody hates me. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. I'm talking to myself, shit, I'm thinking crazy. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. Everybody hates me. Like everybody hates me. Like everybody hates me. Of the internet. Now I'm face to face with all the voices in my head. I can't even check the time without facing regret. Why do I still have to mean everything I ever said? And I'm not trying to be like for me, I made it. I'm just trying to stay normal now that they know what my name is. Yeah, I just wanna drink tequila with my friends. They're the reason that I still am who I am. So I walk into the club like everybody hates me. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. Talking to myself, shit, I'm thinking crazy. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. Like everybody hates me. Like everybody hates like everybody hates me. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. I walk into the club like everybody hates me. I just want I walk into the club like
Hello, everybody. I have missed you all. It has been something I do not like to admit. I was defeated by Dell. The blue screen of death. It took hold of my computer. I did rebound. I did fix it. But without hooking my computer to an Ethernet cord, as soon as it tries to connect to the Wi-Fi, it shuts the bitch down. The PCI bus driver. And then I went to Dell to get the driver because it auto updates drivers itself. It said, nope, we are no longer. We are no longer. This is the same camera. I have my little webcam camera because I typically go into my computer and disable my laptop camera because I'm paranoid. It's not weird. It's not weird at all. So it needs a PCI bus driver, which is hilarious that it's called that. I need a bus driver to fix my computer. And then it has something else that hasn't updated, but I said, well, I was already getting a new one. It was just perfect time. Perfect timing for it to just say, goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. That's an inside joke. Yeah. So, hello, everybody. Now, since I am being forced to move over, well, because I also don't trust Microsoft OneDrive and all that shit. Okay. So I don't back up my folders. I have an extensive library, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of videos that have yet to be put online, and JPEGs, and so I've been being my creative self and being Miss Petty. I have been putting out so many clips. So I've got a couple favorites. I've got a couple favorites. I really liked this one. That one is pretty great. Okay. And then I got, what other ones? What are the other ones? Oh, this one. Well, this one actually.
I'm an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chippewa. Oh, she's a one of a kind. All my friends call me Bear Claw. The village chicken is my pawpaw. He gets his orders from my mama. She makes him walk the line.
Native American.
They didn't think so. They don't know you. Do you have a name? Are you on that board? Do you get a check from the casino? See, that's the difference between me and you. My mommy has an Indian name. My mommy goes to board meetings.
Well, you guys.
My mommy is involved in it. I'm getting ready to be involved in it. So any of you, Ernie, you say you're Cherokee, it doesn't prove it. You have to do a lot to prove it. You have to do a lot of background checks to prove it. My mother did. And let me tell you something, you're going to prison, so you might as well just hang it up.
Go to jail.
They're coming after you too. Anybody that says anything else about me and the way I am at home, they're coming for you. Their attorneys are coming for you. I don't have to pay a dime. I'm going to get Jimbo to get it all together. And then I'm going to give it to my mommy. And the next board meeting, she's going to take it and the chief's going to look at it. And the attorneys are going to look at it. And then they're going to come for you. Nicolina, they will take anything that you own away from you.
There we go.
It's just as bad to be prejudiced against a Cherokee, an Indian, than it is a
Hey, I figured it out.
or any other race. My son, Hunter, has a Cherokee nose.
Isn't that okay? First of all, what that clip didn't pick up is that Jimbo was telling Selma that, how do you say it? I can't remember which one's the disrespectful one now, but you get what I'm saying. I think it's Native American you're supposed to say, not Indian. Jimbo had to correct her that you can't call yourself Indian no more, Selma. Hold on, I'll replay it. Selma is Cherokee. Take a look at this.
I'm an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chippewa. Oh, she's a one of a kind. All my friends call me Bear Claw. The village chicken is my pawpaw. He gets his orders from my mama. She makes him walk the line.
Native American.
They didn't think so. They don't know you. Do you have a name? Are you on that board? Do you get a check from the casino? See, that's the difference between me and you. My mommy has an Indian name. My mommy goes to board meetings. My mommy is involved in it. I'm getting ready to be involved in it. So any of you, Ernie, you say you're Cherokee, it doesn't prove it. You have to do a lot to prove it. You have to do a lot of background checks to prove it. My mother did. And let me tell you something, you're going to prison, so you might as well just hang it up.
Wait a minute. It just dawned on me that she said you have to do a lot of background checks. Is that what it is? uh, is it background checks to be proven that you're Native American? Yeah. That sounds a little weird.
They're coming after you too. Anybody that says anything else about me.
Only they're only gonna claim you if you have good credit.
And the way I am at home. They're coming for you. Their attorneys are coming for you. I don't have to pay a dime.
Don't do it.
I'm going to get Jimbo to get it all together. And then I'm going to give it to my mommy. And the next board meeting, she's going to take it and the chief's going to look at it. And the attorneys are going to look at it. And then they're going to come for you. Nicolina, they will take anything that you own away from you. It's just as bad to be prejudiced against a Cherokee, an Indian, than it is a black person.
Or any other race.
Or any other race. My son, Hunter, has a Cherokee nose.
Isn't that kind of racist? Yes. Yes. If you have good credit, so yeah, I've been having a lot of fun laughing. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of gems just like this one. Oops.
All right, listen, I'm having a hard time typing because I have fake nails on and I've been drinking. But Katie, if you think I'd believe a fucking thing that fucking bitch had to say, you are out of your mind. She's a fucking liar. Chill.
I just got my nails done and I've been drinking. That's a hard day.
I did something, or actually something is going on with my body, but I was fine until about 50 minutes ago. Now I can barely stand up straight. It feels like my fucking intestines are trying to protrude into my vaginal canal, and I can't stand up straight. I'm walking around like Jimbo. I am currently laying on my couch with an ice pack on my lower abdomen, wanting to fucking scream.
Look how dramatic she is when she got a stomach ache. Hey, Rose. Oh, there's so many more. There's so many more. So many. And I am patiently searching through tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. And they're all just as good. There's some juicy ones. Juicy. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Let me fix it. Hold on 1 second. Can you guys hear me? Let me make sure probably laughing so fucking hard I can't breathe. Oh my goodness. Let me check. I think I got it. Okay, that's probably a lot better. It wasn't because I was laughing so hard. Yes, Katie. Oh. JP Plus, what's up? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm telling you, Miss Mono, there's some gems in here. So, yeah, exactly, Bert. Ma'am. Ma'am. All right. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, bye. I mean, she started it. She started releasing audio, which is totally fine. My words were, I fucking want to swat Jimbo in Mama T's name. Because at that time, we had a text now number, and if you call people, it showed up as Mama T's name, which is hilarious. That's how I prank called the dude motel. Okay? But clearly, I didn't swat Jimbo. And I always use the word SWAT, not like really meaning sending the SWAT team. That's just how I talk. But, Nick, I got the goods, bitch. I just never dropped them. Okay? I got the fucking goods. But I'm going to start dropping them. So, there's a lot of videos in here. Jimbo, Nicolina, messages. This one is a good one. This one says, and this is me. Honestly, I'm great with no one terrorizing my mom, Maggie, meaning Nick's daughter. You know, I've been over fucking with them for months. And by that, I meant Jimbo. I have new targets, so I'm barely paying attention. LOL. Are you okay? And Nicolina says, I just wanted to make sure you weren't upset with this fake coming together with the stand. With this fake coming together with the stand to set off Connie and Easy. I know you have new targets. Just wanted to make sure you were okay with these moves. And then she says, how's the Nissa today? I said, I'm always game. I'm always for this game. It's my favorite, to be honest. I'm sick. I know. And I titled that, At Least I'm Honest. At least I'm fucking honest. And I don't care. I'm a sick bitch. I know. Okay? I know. I don't care. But she took it way too far. Nope. No, she took it way too far. Okay. So anyways, welcome in everybody. If you come in and I didn't see you and I didn't say hi, hello. I've missed you all. Wait. Yeah, exactly, David. And I like so many clips of campers saying they kicked Nicolina out of the stand because she lied. Nicolina saying she left the stand because they lied. I mean, what's up, Chaotic? What's up, everybody? Okay, Ran. I'll take it. So, I couldn't resist. Jimbo went live a couple nights ago, and this is the apex of sad fishing. You note my title. I'm back. Defeatable Only To Dell. And I didn't even have to grift. My SSI chex must be fat. What's up, Texas Chaos? What's up, everybody? Judo. Listen, I'm living fat off that government cheese. My SSI checks must be legit. So, if anybody actually ever wants to know, on my channel here, it's like way back, I'm pretty sure. This is where the SSI rumor actually started. Hold on. It's way back, way back. It's Fat Ernie. I'll actually play that for y'all real quick. before we go to Jimbo's. Oh my God, sad fishing. I guess it worked for L. Kennedy to throw out the domestic violence. Oh, let me pull up something. I seen something. I was like, no, you didn't, bitch. No, you fucking didn't. Listen, I have went through lots of situations. Guess what? It don't define me. That's why I don't talk about them. And I sure, when I'm being fucked with on the internet, don't go, no, I was abused. Don't pick on me. We are in the drama community, ma'am. But Jimbo took an L. Kennedy move and wants to throw in the DV bullshit. Oh my gosh. So I'm about to play that for y'all. I was told, which I haven't found the timestamp just yet, that he was grifting for rent money. So I cannot confirm that. I was looking for that, and then I was like, you know what? I'll cover it live because I can't sit through this. I can't sit through this more than once. Oh, I think I might have went way too far back. Way too far. It's titled something about, and this has custody in there or some shit. Oh, right here. I found it. So this fucking shit started a year ago. Ernie Shell started to say that I get a crazy check, that I'm fucking, this is why this intro started. I have never been on benefits. Ever. On any benefits. I've always worked. And I've done a lot of different jobs. All kinds of jobs. I dropped out of school in the 9th grade because it was boring. I was like, I'm out. And then I went to like an alternative high school for a little bit, and then I moved out. And yeah, as soon as I started going to work, I was just working. Like, I've been working ever since. But why would I talk about it on here so people fuck with it? Like, duh. Yeah, crazy chick. It's so funny, but that's why I tried to say it right from the beginning. Dude, you're falling for it. Nicolina's going to fill you full of information that's not accurate at all. Then I heard Ernie Shell say a couple months back that he had documentation. And I'm like, please let me see this documentation. I'm dying. I'll be just as shocked as you. Of course, never was provided because it's a lie. And like I have always maintained in the Mean Girls chat, before I started my own business, I was working for this shop, doing the salves, the lip balms, the candles, all that shit, right? And I developed the formulas. I developed all of those things. Clearly, I would get the beeswax ready to use. You name it, I did it. And that situation went hella south. So I moved on from it, started my own shit. And I always was dropping videos in the group chat of what I was doing. I just came across a fucking video of me making lip balm. Like, hilarious. And it was McKenna who said, because when I bought these cobalt blue bottles that I love, because I have a look, I have a theme. This video is, but I'm about to play Jimbo's live from the second. I have a theme for my business. Actually, my face cream's right here, and it's black and white. But the blue, I bought a cobalt blue because it's just very pretty, right? And so I develop all the formulas and make my own products, all natural products, face creams. I do everything. Salve. I've got one for psoriasis and for the scalp and the skin, which actually really works on lymphedema. I started this because of my mom's health. And then everybody that I talk to has some kind of skin issue. And people forget that skin is an organ. And so when your skin is not balanced, or, it's uncomfortable, or if you're having chronic issues, you need a different formulated cream. and it fixes things, SADs and all kinds of shit. I think I'm going to put out some new products in January. I've got a couple things I want to do, but that's what I do in my free time. So yeah, crazy check? No. No. But anyway, here's where this rumor started. And like I said, McKenna's the one who said that my business, I just slap on labels that I don't make my own product. Yeah, everybody knows that's not true. But Nicolina went live and was like, yeah, Traders is frauding everybody. She buys things wholesale. No. And she knows way better. But, she's a dirty fucking liar. So. But she says, I never mess with anybody's business. Yeah, you do. So, quit lying. And yes,
You said that Smoky Mountain Mama had her kid taken, didn't you, from the court system, right? The kid was too young. Are you sure about that? You putting out some fake information, girl, might get you some trouble, mightn't it? We may have to contact the state because I believe the state puts you in your hands, puts you in your mother's hands. I don't think Sapphire's doing too good a job of controlling your behavior. You know you was awarded to the state, right, Traders? Even after you got of age because of your mental handicap, right? You was awarded to your mother. You was put in your mother's hands so she can take good care of you. Well, I think we're going to reach out to the state and show some clips you've been putting out there and how you've been endangering society with your lies. And I think they may even come with a straitjacket again. You've been in them before, Traders. Traders been in the mini straitjacket. Did y'all know that? Did you know that Miss Vance has been in a straitjacket before?
No.
Holy hell. Not only has she been in a straitjacket, she's been in a confined chair. Yes. Lord. How many places have you been admitted to, Trader? Well, I've got it here. I got to think about you. The state said you was not competent enough to take care of yourself. Therefore, even after the age of 18 and 21, you was awarded over in your hands of your mother. Is that something? And for her to take care of you, no matter what. That's why you cannot get a driver's license. That's why you cannot leave your poor old mother, because your mother has custody. I've never seen the beat in my life. Does she still die for you? Probably. But Traders has got problems, guys, and that's why I feel so sorry for it. It's like one of those mental handicapped individuals, and they just, they really don't understand enough, but they do understand enough to put it out there. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But let's move on.
And that's why my intro is what it is, right there. That fucking clip. Now you all know the, not because I'm a dark, devious person. No, because of all the crazy, insane shit people have said about me. That's why my intro is the way it is. Because that rumor has now grown and grown and grown. So I have multiple different communities. And creators telling me that I'm wrong. I would think I would know if I was getting a crazy check. Where is it? And I would like to have it in my bank account. Thank you. Yeah. So now it really is funny. It really is. I guess if people want to say that, go for it, knock yourself out. But now you know where that rumor originated from. Yeah. All right, so let's get started. Jimbo 12-2. This, like I said, I was gonna tell you. I'll play this, and when we get to the part, I will pull up what I found on El Kennedy's page. Jesus fucking Christ! Like I said, it worked for El Kennedy. Yes, that is a fact check true, by the way. His mom won a strong woman competition, and he changed the wording to man. Ernie Shell he absolutely did exploit his mom's fucking, yes. It's like the rumor of all rumors. It was hilarious. I was like, sir, that's a lot of projection. I think he's jealous because he can't get a crazy check. There you go. Okay. I'm a queeper has answered. I was just saying, I was like, wait a minute, is it Navy? I told you. He was telling her wrong. Okay, it is indigenous. And I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying they threw a lot of shit at us back in the day. They were Cherokee. We couldn't disrespect her because she was a Cherokee, and yeah. it got wild. Oh, I did put out the clip. If you're interested, let me go back. I've not been live in so long. I have so many things to say and to tell you, and I should have wrote a list. I've got so many things. I wanted to put these two things together for y'all. But I wanted to point this out because this is a very important parallel. Because, as you all know, Nicolina has pledged her undying support to Thelma and how horrible Thelma was. When you do get time, this video, if you have not watched it, this is literally the only thing that's missing is when Jimbo allegedly, well, it's his word. I didn't have the paperwork. Stole a VCR when he was 18 or 19 from Walmart. That's the only thing that I know of that is missing. I added the newest charges. This video right here is Jimbo waking up his children to call into Dolly Vision to save him because he was put on an island and he was in danger of getting voted off. Okay, let me play this video and then I have another video and I want to put this together for you because it is exactly Nicolina's reaction to this.
Once again, fucking crybabies.
Oh, playing around.
Y'all remember? Once again.
The trust ain't there, and it shouldn't be. You're right.
They're using her tragedy to build their channel, and that's sick.
You're right. She's called me a pedophile, and my daughter is in therapy, and is that this way? No, next and the next week, hopefully after my colonoscopy, we're going to Michigan to press charges. I know she said in the chat somewhere that he won't do shit. I am going to do shit. You'll see.
And I wanted a thousand.
And Selma.
Nicolina's chat. I'm not going on Nicolina's panel.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, honey. Tell me what to say.
And that's kind of what Kipper said.
I just want to say something. Nicolina will never be forgiven. And next week, I will be in Michigan. I am Molly's mom.
It breaks my heart.
I'm having a very hard time because I'm the one that was sitting in the office of the therapist when she told the therapist what she did. And I promise you, I will not stop. And I have the backing of a therapist and a counselor.
And a whole bunch of us. A whole bunch of us.
Well, the counselor and a therapist and the laws in Michigan.
They can help get something done legally.
They are going to put her away. It's automatically 20 years in prison for bullying a child in Michigan on the internet. I have talked to the group that's down there. There's actually got a place down there you can call. They're going to give me a free lawyer and everything to put her away.
If I smile with my teeth, I bet you believe me. If I smile with my teeth.
What's up, Susan? Okay, so now let me go back to Nicolina's response. Captured in real time.
I am fucking dying of laughter at Thelma's fake tears. And no counselor is going to drive to Michigan. And they still can't say what it is that I said about Molly that pushed her over the edge. Imagine using your child to suicide bait. Fuck. I am fucking.
But now, oops. So now you have Nicolina's real raw reaction to what I just showed you. Now, don't get me wrong. Nicolina is very valid in that because Jimbo and Thelma made that up. Constance is blindsided. Constance believes, for what it's worth, Constance believes that the little one threatened her life in a counselor's office because of Nicolina on the internet. Now, me, when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Why is the little one being subjected to YouTube? Why is the little one watching? And at that time, she might have been 12. Why is she being allowed to watch YouTube to see what Jimbo's enemies say about him? Why are they subjecting their daughter to that? Now, that's my first thing, after knowing the little girl is okay, of course. But to know that that never fucking happened, that was all a lie to raise money. And they legitimately, even Thelma took her turn. So when Constance says, I changed my mind because of, I realized how fast Thelma can get up and put on the tears. Now you know. Now there is the clip that you know. Now, we went the fuck off on Jimbo and Thelma, which made Constance double down against us, and we happened to be right. Yeah. Yes. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild, beloved? When you said that to me, I was like, damn. Okay, so let me bring up Jimbo's life for real this time. And while this is playing, I will bring up L. Kennedy's thing because I was like, oh, Jimbo, this is a new sad bitch. There's also some new stories in here. Once again, okay, if y'all don't know Jimbo by now, why is Jimbo going through, this is a get to know me live? What? That doesn't even make sense. Why? Why, Jimbo? Why? I believe it. Why in the hell are you saying, like, why the fuck would anybody go live and be like, this is a get to know me live? Like, that's weird. Unless you are a creator who does not share any personal things, and maybe you were having a members only live and you were like, man, what do you guys want to know about me? Okay, I could see that. But this is fucking sad fishing to the fullest. This is insane. Okay. I don't even know. He needs a fucking Academy Award. Like I said, I'm looking for him grifting for rent money and Christmas presents, but I don't know if, you know, that's actually, but I found some good shit in this life. So we'll play it for a while. And I'll pull up L. Kennedy's shit.
So which one is it? A fickle or offical? Good evening, everybody. I'm Jimbo, coming to you live from the stand. Kemper is at work right now, but he is going to join us as soon as he is available. So what is going on, everybody? I wanted to, yeah, that dumb look, you're right.
There we go.
I wanted to, it's a fickle or offical. I don't know. But I want to take this little bit of time before Kemper's up and you know, I've done this a couple times. If anybody's got any questions, I'd really like to answer them. And if you're a troll and you ask a dumb question, I'll still try to answer it.
Go for it, Bert.
He is a fickly stupid. You are right about that. Behind green eyes.
Being on a pulpit.
You know,
I gotta steal that
I've
rap.
been listening to all these YouTube judges and jury members.
Y'all know what I'm gonna be doing today.
I don't know, 3 years now. So
let me back that up because I talked over it. I'm being festive this year, and every day I'm putting out a new Christmas meme. I have never been festive a day of my life. I was like anti-holiday, and this year I'm going all out. I got my penguin, my Christmas penguin out. I'm making Christmas memes. I'm feeling pretty good.
judges and jury members, and I don't know, for 3 years now. So
thank you.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert this year or any year, like, of all time.
You're typing in the wrong chat. Thank you, GM Lovely. Aren't you in a Discord party? I think you were supposed to be typing in the Discord. Thank you so much, GM Lovely. I appreciate you. I'm telling you, how do you live with someone, essentially, because that's the truth, and not in onion pudding? I got to steal that one too. Maybe I'll have to make a new, yes, thank you so much. Maybe I'll have to make a new Christmas saying. That's why I recognize it. I'll be like, listen, we've all been there.
My favorite Thanksgiving dessert is pumpkin.
If I remember correctly, Kim and Kemper talked about it before, and they were having brainstorming meetings, and they felt all right fighting and self-righteous, and that they were taking a stand against people like Ernie Shell, and they kind of shortened it. If I'm remembering correctly, I think that's the gist of it.
I don't like pumpkin. Peanut butter pie. Peanut butter pie. This year, it was the banana pudding or the apple cake. It was
also, let me just throw my 2 cents into it. They like to project who they are, like good people. They like to project that they're just wholesome family members and all that weirdo shit. They're not honest with themselves. Like I always say, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I don't care. It is what it is. Sometimes I shock you and I'm like really super sweet, but most of the time I'm just like, what the fuck did you just say? It happens, okay? I have a filter issue, all right? My filter needs to be changed. I need a tune-up. But they always call themselves the opposite of what they really are. So that's why, because he sits on his ass all day, that's why they chose to stand. And it's so funny to think, their scissor sister always talks about, yeah, liberals. Aren't they totally using the fucking BLM fist? Just saying.
real close. Apple cake. I'm gonna give it to the apple cake because I had way more apple cake than I did banana pudding. But yeah, Emma made her mom's apple cake recipe, and woo, it was a hit. It was a hit. I don't know how many calories went down with it, but there was a lot. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to the Yeah Mom episodes. I commented on one earlier. There was like over 100 comments, and that's just on her channel. Think of all the people who shared it, where people commented there instead of on her video. Like, man, she is the hottest creator out there right now, hands down, no doubt. So, yeah, me too, Behind Green Eyes. I love them both too. I had a plate. On one side was apple cake. On the other side, banana pudding. Or as my old ancestors used to call it, nanner pudding. Yes, he is chasing justice. Yeah, I've been listening to some of those too. I've actually got some excellent things I'm going to use for sound bites in the near future. Hey, Ray, where you been, buddy? It's good to see you. I hadn't even put much thought into it until I just now saw you. You ain't been in jail, have you, Ray? I'm just kidding, buddy. Don't even answer that. I'm just playing with you. Seemed like somebody said something about you doing some vacationing or something. I can't remember.
Ran. Hey, Iris.
No.
Ran, that is fucking legendary. What's up, St. Elmo's, Debbie, Airborne, Bree? Legendary, Ran. I am absolutely going to use that. I like. I screenshotted your comment because it clicked as soon as you said it. But damn, yes. I think I'm only about halfway through that. You fucking nailed it. Well, peen on a little bit.
Oh, it wasn't sugar-free because with my Monjero, and would somebody let
JD, did you hear that shout out? It's Monjero, not Ozempic. Okay? Monjero.
Katie, would somebody let her know that Ozempic and Monjero, two different things.
Two, bitch.
I take Monjero.
Two different things.
I can eat whatever I want. I just can't eat much of it. I don't, I'm not hungry. But yeah, I mean, I can, my sugar, like the Monjero that's been in my body for a couple years now, it just offsets it right off the bat. Like my sugar doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, stays right around 100.
Let's Google it.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that girl, the Monjero. Yeah, it's awesome.
What's the difference?
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. Yeah, Mom, and thank you for saying that, Minnie Jr. Been on the Atlantic Ocean, eh?
Jero.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I heard Gypsy singing that. Hey, Mystery Sky.
Well, Jimbo is proclaiming that they're two different things. Google says Monjero and Ozempic are not in the exact same drug class, but they are similar. So excuse us. Both belong to a group of medications known as incretin mimetics, which help manage blood sugar levels in type 2 diabetes. However, Monjero acts as a dual GLP-1 and GIP receptor agonist, while Ozempic is solely a GLP-1 receptor agonist. So, there you go. That's the difference. And Jimbo, they're similar. Get over it. They're similar. Yeah. And I did see, what's up, PTSD and everything? Yes. How is Nicolina gonna afford to fund Brett's lifestyle and Jimbo's lifestyle? I heard Brett quit on me. Brett, I was just taking a break because my computer gave out on me. Okay. I heard he quit. So I guess I really did one. He already proclaimed that I got the gold medal, but that we're still both retarded. But I got the gold medal. And really, who remembers second place? Nobody, but everybody remembers first. Remember that the victors write the history books around here, Mr. Brett. Okay?
I've only been off work for about an hour, so I've missed their little phone thing today, but we'll try to do it tomorrow. Try to do it tomorrow.
Hey, Spider Women.
Because I think you're going to do real well with the things you're talking about and your
So fucking slow.
what you want to do. Wow. I don't want mine under 80. I start feeling bad. But my A1C is like a 5.0.
He's a Mustang.
You know, it's like perfect. Hey, Rosemarie J, how you doing tonight?
Thank you, Buckeye Gal. I sure
Man,
do.
it's so good to see all y'all in here.
I'm gonna make me one.
Hey, Trixie.
Tree Sun wrapper.
I'm doing okay.
But then I'm right. I identify as gold.
You know, I want to tell y'all a little bit about me.
Here we go.
You know, and care less if anybody comes in here.
Okay. Be prepared. Be prepared. Like I said, I don't know if El Kennedy has the thing up. So I am prepared to show you on El Kennedy's channel. I caught this yesterday. I think on the homepage, for some reason, her video came up or something. But right here, she's tagging hashtag domestic violence awareness, hashtag domestic violence awareness month. Why the fuck is she tagging that bullshit in her video? Now, this ain't got nothing to do with domestic violence. So why? The only thing I can guess is when Bird and I believe Katie struck down her channel, she wrote this giant post about her story. I don't want to minimize it or water it down, but threw out there that she was indeed a victim of domestic violence. Now, I am very sorry for that. I know she's not alone. Many, probably 99% of us have been through domestic violence, some sort, and it sucks. Parents or, our parents, your parents and my parents came all from a generation where spare the rod, spoil the child. So we were getting beat on. All right. And listen, go back in time. Morphine was given over the counter. Speed was prescribed for fucking asthma. Our generations and generations before that were all drug addicts. Okay? That's just how it is. And we're now recognizing, holy fucking shit, this was bad. All right? I just came across. Oh, okay. Thank you, Precious Chaos. I just came across morphine, sulfate, tablets, and they were giving morphine for headaches and every little thing. No prescription. It was at the drugstore. This is where we've come from. They legitimately prescribed methamphetamine for asthma. We're fucked, okay? Now we have big pharma, and it is what it is. People are realizing that even drugs like Cymbalta can affect you if you come off of it. Why would that happen? Okay, and then people start looking into it, and then they're like, what the fuck have I been taking? It's the same shit, except now people are prescribing it to you instead of just being able to go to the drugstore to get it. It's the same shit. Everything in your life, take a pill, take a pill, take a pill. We're all unbreaking these habits, trying to go more natural. Some people are so dependent on medication and don't even realize it. And it's so realistically, everyone in here is susceptible. When you have a headache, what do? Go get a Bayer aspirin or a Tylenol or a migraine, or a this or a that. It's ingrained in us. So we're all trained addicts, and that's the truth. Now, violence goes hand in hand with substances. Violence, it is well known. Abuse of all kinds, sexual abuse, physical abuse, again, passed down. And it is now us. This is an old video, by the way. I just seen it, but it came up. And I'm thinking to myself, regardless, and I understand if October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, but that's not something you tag in your videos when the content in your videos is rather abusive. Okay? If you're advocating for domestic violence awareness, probably promoting abusive content is not a good idea. Anybody that's ever been through domestic violence, I'm going to tell you right now, you can walk away from it, you can do better, but there are going to be things that trigger you back into memories or smells or any of those things, okay? Because that domestic violence creates weird patterns and weird little bouts of PTSD. Even if you think, oh, well, I didn't serve in the military, I don't have, no, that's not how post-traumatic stress works. Any stressful situation, any traumatic situation, from getting mauled by a Rottweiler, I have, not so much now, but if I hear a chain rattle when I'm outside, I start sweating, I can't breathe, it's a little anxiety attack, you know, but I'm much better now. The first year after my dog attack, I would wake up butt naked screaming my head off. I don't know why. Like I was doing some weirdo shit. What's up, Selena? I'll get you mine in a second. Anyway, so abuse is much like that. You go through a traumatic situation, you have bouts, okay? Triggers, anything, a smell, a cologne, depending on how severe the abuse was. So I'm not advocating that, you know, I am any kind of authority on anything. I'm just explaining from real personal experience. These are the things that can trigger anxiety attacks or take you back, even in your brain, even if you're not panicking over it, something is taking you back in your brain to the moment you were abused. I get it. 99% of us have suffered the same consequence. But to throw that out into the ether because you got your fucking channel struck down, and then that ultimately leads to other innocent people getting attacked, mainly me, that's bullshit. Jimbo took a fucking page out of L. Kennedy's playbook and threw his domestic violence shit out there as well. This ultimately coming from his words, abusive alcoholic father. Listen, we all have abusive people in our lives. Doesn't mean you sad fish on the fucking internet about it. Okay? If you want a support group, go seek that support group. This is fucking sad fishing. And I'm sorry, the L. Kennedy DV post, that was sad fishing too. Oh, I need to be protected, surround me because my channel got struck. What the fuck does a strike have to do with you, you know, getting abused in your real life? What? Answer me that. Yep. Absolutely. So what the hell? What the fuck does one have to do with the other? And like I said, ultimately leads other people that it has nothing to do with that shit. When have I struck a creator? Never have. Never have. I tried to strike Constance one time. It didn't work. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm over it. Because I spent time. I did this little timestamp thing. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I never did it again. Why? It's pointless. I'm not going to take them to court. So ultimately, it's a false strike. If I'm not prepared to take them to court, which I'm not, because fuck that. then it's literally a full strike. You're just playing a game, and that's not the game I fucking play. But L. Kennedy had a fucking crybaby fit because in her real life. And I'm sorry you got abused, L. Kennedy, but you're acting pretty fucking ballsy now. So you're fair game, L. Kennedy. Absolutely fucking fair game. But Jimbo is about to tell you about his sob story. As if we fucking haven't heard this before, conveniently, right before 6 days, this would have been 10 days, or I guess 11, before his jail. He was just saying, I can't work. Traitors took my job. No, I fucking get it. He's accusing me of taking his job. Beth already turned your ass into the police when you stole her fucking dog. I didn't know about it till 4 days later. And then I called to make sure y'all are going to get penalized because you stole someone's property.
Or not, because when I say I don't care what people think, it's mostly true.
Good.
I care what you all think. I care what
They
the
did.
Stan fam thinks.
I think they still do in
I care
some
what my
form, but
friends
don't
think.
quote me
I care
on
what my
that
family thinks.
one.
I don't care what Bert thinks. I don't care what what's the big boy Angelo. I don't care what he thinks. And Limp Dave, I heard some shit on video from one of those Ernie videos from back in whenever, and you said I challenged you to a fight, which I didn't. But you said you had somebody ready to set up.
Lightning Viper, you are being paged by Jimbo. He's ready to fight you, but he wants to know how much money. He's willing to set up the, he's willing to set up. He says he has a venue. Jimbo. Jimbo, you should just stop while you're ahead, sir. You really should. You really should.
And pay for the fight and everything. Okay. All I need to do is get a venue, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Okay. All right. Done deal. So how much you gonna pay me?
Okay. You probably whoop his ass. He'd be like, yeah, lightning.
Because, you know, in my shape, if I'm gonna risk my life, you know, you said he could get paralyzed. Remember, he's all making it. So if I'm gonna risk my life, you know, possible come out of there paraplegic. I won't pay, Jack. How much you gonna pay me? I'd say we'll start at 25 to 5. 2,500 it is. And 25 when I win. Because I already tell you, boy, you barking up the wrong tree. You barking up the wrong tree. I might be crippled, I might be old, but
Yup.
FAFO. That's all I gotta say about that. Now,
okay.
No, ma'am.
I know this is slow. I need to play this at regular speed. It's actually very essential for this live because there's something I want you to notice in his speech pattern. Notice how I can't say that it's clear sentences, okay? But there's no gaps, there's no, okay? Watch how his mannerism changes entirely. I'm not so much talking about the abuse part. When it gets to the marriage part, because we're going to have to sit through that, he does a lot of really weird speech things. And that's something. If you know what I'm talking about, if you notice it, then you're going to notice it. And when he is lying, he does this weird ass. It's totally different. He's talking real low, and then he'll go, hello. It's the fucking weird. He's weird, period. He is the worst person to watch when he is not. When he's got someone to sit up there, for whatever reason, he talks faster. But notice, when Kemper's not there, that's when all this weird, sad fishing shit takes place. And I don't know if they have a little powwow before their live, because I know Kemper works a lot. But Kemper, you work, if I'm not mistaken, Kemper's working 2 jobs right now. Okay. The one thing you can't take away from Kemper is he works every day. Sometimes he doesn't get a day off. And I want to say he said he's working 2 jobs. Kemper, why is your co-pilot making your subs pay for his bad life choices when you're working literally 2 jobs to be a man and handle your business? Because you can't take that shit away from Kemper. As far as he's asked for a couple things privately. Yes, he's engaged in the let's set a goal to piss Mama T off. I got a bunch of those clips, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But Kemper, you bust your ass. And this motherfucker steals, literally, cuddles, stolen. He has court on the 13th. Lost his job because the police called Amazon and blames it on me and everyone else. I mean, why is this excessive? Kemper, how the fuck can you not be honest with yourself? You bust your ass. Like I said, as long as me and Kemper have never gotten along, I'm not really, he's always sitting there to sit by the fuck shit. So, I mean, he's not innocent, but he works hard every single fucking day. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Judah says, I will say that Thelma does everything. I've seen it firsthand. He sits around and does whatever. Exactly. It blows my mind. So, what? A month ago, they were working, and they stole someone's dog, and then the police came to their house because they were on camera. They were recognized from the camera. The police came, found them, found the dog, brought the dog home. Now they have court the 13th. So Thelma and Jimbo are both charged with it. And then they blamed it on me. Make it make sense.
He hasn't been sentenced yet. He hasn't even been actually plead guilty or not, I don't think. Which is funny.
Yeah.
Funny to me. I don't know how he could, he's been talking to these lawyers and stuff on these phone calls. He did name the lawyer eventually, but when you go to court, that's when they assign you an attorney. You plead guilty or not guilty, and they say, can you afford an attorney?
A kid?
No, you can't.
15-year-old?
That's when they assign you one. But it's all good.
Although, he's going to go really far depth, and I will speed it up as soon as we get to the rest of it. But he's going to go really far in depth to the fucking marriage, taking Thelma, and there's a news story I've never even heard before. So,
next court day is the 12th. That's right, Skunk. Yeah, I'm not gonna stoop to their level, Mystery Sky. He's flapping off at the gums. He ain't gonna show up nowhere, no way. Hell, Bird flew across the country, coming out here acting like a banty rooster with his little chest popped out, and he avoided me for 3 days. I mean, that's straight up cowardly stuff. Straight up cowardly stuff. If I'd done that when I was a young man, there'd been 20 people ready to whip my ass for doing that.
How old is
you gonna fly out there and then avoid him?
Wait. How old is Bird? Does anybody know how old Bird is? I'm not saying he's an old man, and I know he's not. I don't think he's 50, but Jimbo, it's not like y'all's age gaps are that fucking different. I'd have done that. Yes, it's so bad. That's why we're suffering through it at normal fucking speed. Okay, that sounds about right. 41. Y'all are like 8 years apart. Shut the fuck up, Jimbo. I'd have done that when I was a young man. I'd have had 20 people there to whip me.
Yeah, he's going to keep pushing it back, chasing. He wants to get out, you know. Hey, that's what his big thing is, you know. I could just get MAGA to pay my bond or get somebody else to pay my bond, get some other suckers to pay my bond again. So
you literally have no room to talk. My masterpiece will be to go through all your bullshit and grab every single fucking time you fundraise. Put it all together. I guarantee it totals well over 3 hours. And that's a lot. That's a lot of e-banking. Think about it. I've been on YouTube since August 2022. Something like that. No, that's when I uploaded my first video, actually. I think. Never. Zero. That's not the same for you, motherfucker. You're doing a new grift every fucking, just like the Social Security thing. He said, I'm on SSDI and I get over 5,000. I was missing 5,000. Oh, what he said was, I'm missing over 5,000 from my account. Well, I said to myself, well, that cannot be possible. Put out the, the top of SSDI would be 38 something. And he's like, haha, you idiot. I never said I made that much. I said, no, idiot. You said you were missing 5,000 fucking dollars. So then he had to go live. And so I went live and played him saying, yeah, I'm very well aware that you solely do not make $5,000 a month. But that's what you say. Then come to find out his kids' checks came. Because if you're on SSDI, your dependents get benefits, which is fine. But if you're working, and at that time he was, allegedly, and collecting, I think his kids' checks and his check would have been right around that 5,000. There's no reason you are constantly begging for money. And then you're buying these dogs and breeding them and selling litters of 10, 12 dogs at a time for $2,500 a piece, or $1,500, or $500 even. That's a decent amount of income. He's showing dogs constantly. In fact, he just mentioned it the other day. He has 6 Akitas, 6 Rottweilers, and then a few other ones. That's a lot of fucking animals. Hey, Viper. He challenged you. He wants to know how much money you're willing to pay him. He's got a venue. Yeah, it's over and over and over and over again. And like I said, someone told me, but you know how hard it is to listen to Jimbo alone. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. What's up, Mr. A? Exactly, Marcia. I'm going to just play this live because I can't. I listened to the other day, the last one he did, and it's not in there. But somebody told me he was begging for rent money and something else. So we're going to suffer through it.
I can run off again. Because that's what he really wants to do.
Yeah.
100%. That's what Ernie wants to do. He wants to get out and run away. And, probably fade away and on YouTube land now.
All right, I'll be right back.
She's got to go live until HIV takes him. Takes him to AIDS and takes him. I'm sorry you've been feeling bad behind green eyes. But so I was born in Harlan County. When my dad met my mom, he was cheating on his wife. His wife's from Alabama. And she was young. I don't know how old she was, 14 or 15. When they got married, I don't know how old Dad was. But I'm just going to be honest with you. Me and my dad were never really close. He was a mean drunk, So, I've got my own abuse stories. I've never been SA'd. And, I'm thankful for that. But there's more kinds of abuse than that. Anyway, my dad was a big, strong, tough man. I mean, honestly, and I hate to keep saying honestly, but my dad was, with natural strength, the strongest man I've ever seen, ever known. I could tell you why I think that, and then it'll be fodder for them to make fun of. So, fuck 'em. My dad was the strongest man I ever knew. Without
I don't even have words. First of all, what a weird fucking thing to say. Well, I've never been SA'd. What's up, Nick Smelly Fupa? Jimbo? Was that necessary? Now, he said, what isn't he crying about? What's up, Becky? Again, I'm not making fun of his upbringing. I know that being around abusive people is terrible. And especially as a kid, you have to unlearn that behavior. There's so much that goes into that. It's not funny. It's not to be mocked, ridiculed. But it's also not to be fucking used to get donos from your sub, loser. But I'll keep playing.
without lifting weights. Now, we'll have to say that. I have to add that in there. Without lifting weights. You're right. It's a bird. It's not correct in the head.
What's up, Ash? Do better.
Mystery Sky. So anyway, I went to Loyal Elementary School.
Okay. He's about to start talking about elementary school. Like, this is fucking weird. I see you. Are you going to make your grand entrance? Seeing this is in the back. What's up?
Hey.
This is a treat.
Yeah.
I've been hijacked.
Off early. Hey, everybody in chat.
How's that Slurpee machine treating you?
Awesome. Awesome. I was able to fix all of them, so I was able to get off work early.
Listen, I have a complaint. All right. I went to 7-Eleven and they, what's up, Curiosity? All right. You two have a good day. Yes, we're starting with elementary school. I told you all. This is worth it. It's worth it. I didn't realize till this morning just how worth it. I have tried to watch this live 3 fucking times. 3 times. And I couldn't do it. I made it to 40 fucking minutes today, and I was like, I just got to cover this live. What's up, Kathy? What the fuck? Sweet Melissa. So, you've missed, let's see. Oh, Jimbo Sad Fishing. What else is there? He's taking a page out of L. Kennedy's playbook. If I cry domestic violence, then people won't strike my channel.
Okay, Judo. I'll check it here in a little bit. Well, I'm not shocked.
Yeah. I mean, we're so over her, right? She got innocent people attacked because she wants to cry about her DV. L. Kennedy, have you had cigarettes put out on you? Asking for a friend. Name triggers. Bet not. Bet not. Don't see me crying, do you? Yeah.
No, she's been a little brave here lately with some of the things she's saying in chat.
That's
So
what I said. I said, bitch, you better sit down. You better sit down.
yeah,
Oh, but don't let people bully you, right? Don't let them bully you. Also, I heard Brett quit on us, but I didn't. I don't know.
I guess we won.
So,
Yep. Hey everybody. Yeah, he's
well, I stole his job, and I got him charges because I am magical. All right.
okay.
From states away, I stole Jimbo and Thelma's job and made them steal Cuddles.
Of
I have
course.
mind control abilities not even discovered on this planet.
You're amazing.
Okay, we are getting to the part where Jimbo starts telling everyone about elementary school.
Okay, let's do this.
And graduated 8th grade there and moved on to James A. K. Wood High School, which is now combined with all the county schools to make Harlan County School. It no longer exists. My freshman year at James A. K. Wood High School, I missed over 60 days. Much of that was being suspended for fighting. Because when I got in high school, I fought all the time in elementary school. And well, when you got in a fight at Loyal Elementary School, they took you to the office, pulled out a paddle, and busted your ass. 3, I'll say, licks with the paddle, and back to class. When I got to high school,
Thanks for rubbing it in, Jackie. So I'm a queeper. They FOIA. So on every of those jail calls, and they say they are monitored. They're monitored by the jail. Every jurisdiction is different on how they're monitored. If they do random checks, I don't know, because it is a private organization. But you can FOIA them because they are public record. So unless the judge does some type of gag order, so where pre-trial they cannot be released, then other than that, they're fair game. Jackie. Oh, this comment is so funny. I got to put it again. So Trader's got him fired, and his only wish is to buy his kids one piece of hard candy each. That's all. They legitimately did. They legitimately did beg on their live because I got them fired for candy for the little one. Oh my God.
I thought Thelma went and cried though and said all her kids wanted for Christmas was to bake cookies with her. Remember? I know you
You're right.
So.
You're right.
So, y'all, we need to bake her some cookies and send it.
Or was it fudge? Was it cooked? You're right. All the kids, double cream crying because the big old mayor traders.
Mm-hmm.
I just got off the phone with my kids, and they just want to cook with mom and watch some of my famous fudge.
Okay.
I should DoorDash them like a case of evaporated milk. Taking me kids.
I think we should.
Yes, Viper. Okay, you know what? I put a video on my channel of their crimes, except the only one that's missing, because I don't have documentation, I would have to find the clip where Jimbo talks about him stealing a VCR from Walmart. It is called The Collins Crime Family. And that should be everything, because I absolutely added. Now, somebody made this video. I don't even know who the hell made it. But it dawned on me. I put a clip out the other day, and it said Jason Ludwig showed a picture of Thelma's mugshot from 20 years ago, white collar crime. So that made me go looking. And like the universe just divinely led me, just a few days or a few hours later, I come across this fucking video that has charges, the house fire, the murder, the you name it, and then I just updated it and republished it. So that's the video. Holy shit. With the exception of Jimbo admitting, you know, when he was 18 or 19, that he took a tape recorder or VCR. I can't remember, so don't hold me to it. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it. But it's one of the two. He stole from Walmart. So yeah, that is their MO. Write a fucking hot check, or, you know, I know Ernie, now he is not a reliable source. Let me just say that. Ernie is not a reliable source. But it sure was funny when Ernie busted them out. Yes, yes. You remember. Swapping price stickers, Walmart. Now, I don't want to, I read a lot, so I don't want to give it away, but I do know that Walmart is installing new technology, Jimbo. So you're not going to be able to do that anymore. They are revolutionizing the whole self-checkout experience. So unless you know a cashier who's indeed going to swap those tags for you, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't.
I got in the fight first or second day. It was definitely the first week, but with a kid from another elementary school in the county. And well, he was a tough guy. Everybody from his school feared him. So I got in a fight with him. I won the fight according to everybody. That's neither here nor there. The thing that stands out about it is I got 3 days off. So I got to punch somebody in the face, release some of my anger that I had from my dad, right? And get 3 days without having to go to school.
So if you've zoned out like most of us have, let me just shorten it for you. He has maintained his freshman year of high school. He missed 60. Now, this man is 50, right around there, years old. I don't remember high school. I'm 38. I mean, I would have to think really hard to even, you know, relive those days. But this man's going to sit here and tell you all about, I was a fisticuffs champion down in Harlan, Kentucky. And like, come on, if there was a bully, I'll punch him in the face. Jimbo, what's 60 divided by 3? That would be 20. So you're mean to tell me that you got in 20 fights, because you said I missed 60 days of school because I was fighting everybody. 20. Freshman. Receipts or it didn't happen. I want you, just like you did Pauletta, Jimbo, here's a challenge. I want you to live. I want you to bring 20 people. Those 20 people, those 20 fisticuff fights you got into. I demand they all come on your panel. And I want them to say that Jimbo Collins beat me up in the 9th grade. I want all 20 of them. I demand that you contact those 20 people from high school and you bring them on your fucking panel and you interview them, okay? The people need it. They They demand it.
I think that's fair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Appalachian Tales of Terror? How are you doing, buddy? Jimmy could probably tell you, you know, growing up in that area, in that
Yeah.
time, that's how it was, you know. And I know in elementary school where I went, we got a paddling, you know. Or paddling, went back to class. Got to high school, dang, you get suspended for 3 days. Okay, I'm in. Who am I going to whip next? So yeah, I mean, I kind of sought out fights. I wasn't a bully because I didn't pick fights with people I thought would be an easy fight. What would that do for my reputation?
The
right?
warrior.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is pathetic.
But anyway, I was in, you know, the band. I was on. I'm just going to say it. I was an excellent percussionist, drummer.
Not a flute
Played
player?
quads, played the drive, and the snare drum was my favorite drum to play.
Gosh. Is this his like
And then
biography?
Do what?
Is this his biography?
It is. It absolutely is. I don't know, you know, he's diagnosed himself with dementia, and I don't know if he now wants it as a record of his high school accomplishments.
Well, congrats that he can remember all of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop laughing. All right.
Oh, I love the snare drum. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter.
Listen, he played the flute, okay?
He
Don't let me
did
fool
play
you.
the skin flute. That's a fact. Okay.
well, I got my first job
Mhm.
when I was a sophomore at Harlan Independent School. Because after my freshman year at Kaywood, Mom said,
You know, Judo, that sounds. Hold on. Let me back it up.
well, I got my first job when I was I
don't think I went far enough. Hold on.
played the drive, and the snare drum was my. I'm just going to say it. I was an excellent percussionist, drummer.
You're right, Judo. You're right. Okay. Now, listen, I wasn't there, but I've watched a shit ton of lives. He wanted Judo, if I'm not mistaken, you could correct me, Judo. He wanted Judo to teach his youngest to drum because she loves to play the drums. That used to be a fucking fixture in every live you hear. You know, she's drumming her little heart out. And she's a drummer. In fact, they just took her to a tournament. So yeah, if he was a amazing percussionist, he couldn't help his. Okay, sounds good, Griff. He was an amazing percussionist. Why couldn't he teach his daughter? Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure Judo wanted to, or he wanted Judo to teach the little one the drums, a little more advanced. So yeah, fact check untrue, Jimbo.
Played the quads, played the drive, and the snare drum was my favorite drum to play. And
to be honest, I liked the bass drum. I liked the timpanis. I'm not a fan of the drum set. I did get one when I was little, and I played it a few times. It wasn't that fun. The bass drum, though, because I am actually really small, that was fun to carry around. And then when I went to high school, I quit because I was not wearing that outfit. No.
Oh, come on now.
Hell no. Not to mention they wanted me to wake up. I wouldn't even wake up on time for school. You think I'm going to wake up like 2 hours early just to go march around in the cold?
No.
Never going to happen.
Then
I do have pictures somewhere of me in my shirt because our concerts, we had to wear those fucking dealer t-shirts and bow ties.
I have to see that. Okay.
well, I got my first job when I was a sophomore at
Yeah.
Harlan Independent School. Because after my freshman year at Kaywood, Mom said,
Hey, Julie.
ain't gonna work. So when I got my job
I know, Julie.
at Kmart, where my mom worked,
All right.
and I heard Ernie telling a story earlier.
Here comes, we're going to hear all about the marriage again. A new story. I've always maintained, okay, y'all, you don't need to give me credit, but there's a couple liars that say everything I say. Listen, I'm using clips. I use people's words. That's it. I take clips of what people have said and compare it to what they're now saying. With Jimbo, this is light work, okay? Now, it is rumored that somehow I am the moral authority. I do want to clear this up. It was Chicky's movement, and I like Chicky. Me and Chicky had no issues, okay? I like everybody until they come after me. And then I usually ignore them unless it's pretty severe, and then I'm like, okay, bitch, let's do it. Because people can disagree with me without me starting a war. Sometimes people like me all together, and they understand why I'm doing certain things, and then they usually find out it was just a fucking troll anyway, so they laugh about it. But it's okay to not like what I'm doing and then just check back in a month. That's actually what I do with people. When people are doing crazy shit, I'm like, I'll be back. And then I come back. And nothing ever happened because I'm not sticking my nose in that bullshit. Now, Chicky made a movement, okay? I did not change my picture to the leave kids out of it. Was it a good try? Absolutely. Did it become so... When everybody starts doing it, what's the point? Okay? What's the point? I know how you feel about Chicky cake. But what's the point? It's not a move. You're not going to hear me call a kid fat or ugly or anything like that. But if creators bring their children on this platform and use them as a shield, I'm going to go through it. That's a soft target, which is why I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, well, leave kids out of it. Well, sometimes they parade their kids around as props, and I'm going to talk about it. So I never changed my picture. I never did that. The movement was a good try, but in the drama community, that's a go-to. People call people's kids fat, ugly, this, that, the other, whatever. It's just not my weapon of choice. I don't care, though. I am not the moral fucking authority, okay? I do not find every person I cover to be a pedophile. This one, yes. Brian Dunker, this pedophile, a real pedophile, who found a loophole in Oklahoma when he moved there and doesn't have to register. Big problem with that. Off here, I am legitimately trying to get some laws changed, close this fucking loophole, make their sex offender regulations and everything stronger. But it's not really content. I don't have an update, so I don't update people on it just yet. When I do have an update, then I'll talk about it. Right now, we're dead in the water. And that's how it is getting laws changed. This has been going on 2 years. It was entered into the House. No, not 2 years. Maybe a year. Yeah, about a year. It was entered in the House. It's now on the Senate floor. They were trying to get it in as a JCAB. We're not there yet. But I keep checking. I keep following up on it? Because I'm not just going to sit here and be like, yeah, you're this and you're this. Because off here, I really do want the world to be better in certain ways. But if I bring it here, it's going to get torn to shreds. So why? I don't focus on pedophiles all the time because it's hard to not go full throttle and get a murder charge. But a few people that I do cover, yes, Unleashed. Yep, you know. Okay, dangle your kid in front of him. Not to mention he put his son in danger again, and his son has Down syndrome. And he can't fend for himself, the son. So why should he be allowed to have, I mean, there's so many things wrong with that situation. There's another situation, but I find myself getting ready to jump off the deep end and get arrested. So I backed off, and it's not my full-time content. Jimbo happens to be part of this community. He thinks he's better than Ernie Shell. He's exactly the same, and he won't admit it. If you start admitting most of the time where everything we hate, you would do a lot better. You would at least be a lot more honest. But he can't. He puts himself forward as this upstanding, Christian, valued family man, and he's not. He's a disgusting, degenerate piece of shit. And he's about to once again give you a different story on Pauletta, Selma, and the middle lady. I've always maintained, what's up, sweet bacon? How the hell did you hit? I'm on it. I'll fix it. I've always maintained that there was someone in the middle of Selma and Pauletta. And people called me a fucking liar over that. Okay. Well, fact check true. I was being honest. I even had a clip somewhere of him talking about it. Because I said that he finds them young. He was dating in an age range. Okay, it's pretty normal. If you're friends, you're at a sleepover, your age range is pretty similar. You probably went to school with them. You're probably going to be right around the same age. So it was a safe bet. I've said this for a while. The girl that was in the middle of Thelma and Pauletta, Thelma stole him from another girl, her friend. I guarantee they were the same age. So actually, it was when me and Constance were arguing about it. It was the day we were debating. Constance is the one that called me a liar, or said, well, I didn't hear that. I remembered. I just assumed it was somebody else. Pretender MD. No. Yes, I remember now. So Constance, it's not that she believed everything Jimbo was selling, but he sad-fished her and manipulated her. And he used that, my kid's in danger bullshit, and any woman that especially had a kid, you're susceptible to getting manipulated. Thank God, some of us that didn't grow and hatch parasites in our womb, we see right through it. Because I'm like, no. Why'd you put your kid on YouTube? Okay? Why? And here we are. So, proof again that he talks about a middle girl. So when I was explaining to Constance about pedophilia and the definition and multiple instances, ongoing, this is what I was talking about.
Hey, RC.
Going
Hey,
to
everybody.
Walmart when he was in junior high. I promise you, there was no Walmart in Harlan, Kentucky when Ernie was in junior high.
There you go, sweet big.
Nope, Kmart. We had Kmart, Magic Mart.
Yep.
You were in the choir? That's cool, man. I always wished I could.
I think I feel her pain exactly because she believed in what she was doing. And unfortunately, that had her believe in Jumbo. And I believed in what I was doing and that I was the better side. And that unfortunately left me open to believing Nicolina. So me and Constance actually, we went through a lot of the same shit. And that's why I'm happy to see her staying independent, staying out of fighting for everybody. Because who was I just talking to? When you stick up for people a lot, you got to make sure you stick up for the right people only, because people will sit there and you'll get fucked over in the end. It blows my mind, this shit I see on
It's saying, but I really can't. So yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Kmart. That was where I got my first job. That's where I met my first wife.
We found a love in a hopeless place.
So, you know, and
The first wife?
well, you know, I'll say this: I wasn't a sophomore when I met her, but I was working at Kmart. Best I remember. Now listen, there could be some things off.
He brings her up again.
Could be. It's been a long.
Constance stuck her neck out for Jimbo in ways that got her attacked by the full force of myself and Nicolina. She got it hard. She got it hard.
So wait a minute. He was looking at 11-year-olds while he was working at Kmart.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh. It's getting worse and worse.
I'm telling you.
This is not even a school function anymore. It's become a job. Oh my God. No.
Constance has definitely become one person that I will stand up for. And not because I have to, because she is more than capable of fighting her own fucking battles. But because we're actually a lot alike. So I know, even if she didn't want me to say something, she would simply just email me and be like, listen, you got me fucked up. you got me attacked, bro. And then I would go make it right for her.
Right.
But a lot of people you can't do that to, because then they'll be all mad. And they're like, I'm trying to help you, you fucking idiot. Just like Jimbo did to Constance. Constance was absolutely right. Because he lied to Constance and said, Nicolina made the little one, his youngest, want to hurt herself. He told that to Constance, not only in Discord, in private, well, some variation. He told her in private. Then the clips I played you today, he and Thelma were on Constance Sue's panel when she was defending. She was upset. You can even hear it in her voice how upset she is. 1 second, Lana. And this is why when Constance seen Jimbo sticking up for Nick, she's like, your kid, your daughter. And then he went after her, you're dragging my daughter. No, she wasn't. But because it was always a lie. And Constance didn't realize that at that point in time. It's the same realizations I had to go through for my own fucking shit. No wonder why they can forgive so easily, because it never happened. And we were lied to. And that's pathetic.
A long time ago. And as you know,
right back then,
Mr. Irrelevant will tell you, I got the early onset craziness. But anyway, competition choir. Oh, yeah, I bet that was cool. Sarah went to college with a partial choir scholarship. That's cool. You bunch of singers. Let's start a band. Yeehaw! Anyway, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, right? So the first time I actually met my wife, now listen, I didn't first talk to her at Kmart. No, her and one of her friends had three-way calling, and they were going through the phone book, prank calling people. I was one of the people who got a prank call. she said she saw some shit in the newspaper about me. I don't. It was a prank call. But anyway, start a band in Jimbo and can be the modern day Colonel Parker. Yeah. Skunk, I don't even know who Colonel Parker is, so I probably wouldn't. But anyhow, so my wife, when I started talking to her on the phone there, she told me she's 15. Good enough for me. Here I was, 17-year-old, fat, virgin. I'd been on like maybe 2 dates ever. One, a fickle car date. And that was with somebody who just wanted me in the friend zone anyway. So, anyway, so my wife decided she's going to come down and meet me. Came on. Okay. Now, when they came, her and her mama, she drove. Yep. That's too young to have a driver's license. In Kentucky, you got to be 16. I didn't care. I figured, hey, her mom's letting her drive. She's getting ready to get her permit and start driving. I didn't ask for ID. You can say what you want to say. People can say what they want to say. Run with what they want to run with. She wasn't child looking. And that's stupid. These people like Katie, who's fake anyway. She don't know me. She don't care to know me. She just trying to get that little number right up here in the upper left-hand corner. She's trying to get that number to keep going up. So she calls me Geppetto. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So here we are. I don't need to tell you the story about me and my wife and our early marriage. Just know that it was like, I don't know, a month, 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. It was actually being together in the same household. And then she left. Did it hurt me? Yeah. Was I in love with my wife? Whatever the fucking age was? Yes. I was. Okay. Run with it. I don't care. It was, Jimmy. It was a very different time back then. I mean, call me a hypocrite. I am a hypocrite because I won't let my children date like that. Never would. There's no fucking way. There's no way I would let Molly's 15 now. I wouldn't let her go out with a 17-year-old now. Maybe a 16-year-old. Oh, really, Trixie? He's 15 and your son's dad was 19 when we met. He thought I was older. We never exchanged ages. You don't, right? Like, who cares? Who asks a woman how old they are? It's one of the first and only pieces of good advice my dad ever gave me. Don't ever ask a woman how old she is or if she's pregnant. I have made that mistake a couple times in my life. And there's a couple of mistakes I wish I could take back. Queen said when I was 15, I dated a man that was 20. I lied to him about my age. Yeah. And Bonnie and I got married, when she was 19. And said the same with her, with Trixie. So anyway, long and short of the that first marriage is I don't remember it. See, Jimmy, be careful of that. They will start calling you the pedo word, because obviously, if a female is 12 years old, she's prepubescent and she looks like a tiny little baby. That's what they say. Hey, Markella, how are you? Hey, narcissistic times. It's good to see everybody. I'm telling you, the numbers keep growing, and I appreciate you all. Anyway, so I wanted to get that part out of the way because I want to get into the good part. I don't care what they say either, Jimmy. I'm done with caring about it. Like I said, the people who I care about are the only ones I care about. The people who hate me, they're going to hate me regardless. Let them think what they want. Hey, what's up, Air Force? Hey, Penny Positive. Chick-fil-A nuggets. Woo-hoo. That's good stuff.
No, it's wrong as he continues to talk about it. Why are you defending it all the time?
Love and grace. I met my husband at 14. I was 16 when we married. My parents signed because I would not quit begging. Wednesday will be our 42nd wedding anniversary. Congratulations to you. You got me beat. And happy early anniversary. And I love you all too, Air Force. I appreciate you. But anyway, all I ever wanted to do growing up was be a professional wrestler. That's it. My insane world, if you're blocked, how can we see you? You're in here. You're not blocked. Yeah. See, wrestling was big in the 70s and 80s, man. Hey, Lion Mama. So my mom, working at the layaway in Kmart, got a guy's number, and he said he could train me. He didn't train me, but he did hook me up with some people who eventually did train me. I was trained by Pat Gross, who is the Sandman, not Sandman from ECW, but that was his gimmick. And Tim Stewart, aka Tim Lightning. And either one of those guys, I mean, I would work either one of those guys right now.
12-4.
And I know I wouldn't get hurt.
2 days ago.
That's how good they were. Now, they could hurt you, but they didn't. Yeah, he is. He really is. And, man, he got over with that purple singlet. But anyway, so I didn't actually start wrestling till Thelma and I got back home from, being gone. Now, Mama T and I can't even remember that big old girl's name. What's Constance or Constance Sue Connie? How are you, baby? But Mama T and Connie, they like to sit there and pick shit apart, and Mama T can't remember shit from 30 years ago, but she thinks I need to, right? why is that? But so I was married in the summer of 1990, and we weren't together after a couple months, but I was technically divorced. I think the divorce was finally finalized early in 1991. So I went back to school. You know, I was a junior in high school, 17 years old. I started dating. I went out with one of Thelma's friends. And then I went up there to see her one night at Thelma's house. She was up there spending the night. Yeah, they were adults. But anyway, yeah, you hear Kimber's drain, right? I know. But when I walked through that door to see I never called her my girlfriend, but to see the girl I had went on a couple of dates with, you know, like, I don't know if you can believe in love at first sight. Oh shit! I need to turn my heat press off. I don't know if you can, or if you do believe in love at first sight, but when I walk in there, I never looked at my girlfriend the same. Never. And it was only a day or two later when I started dating Thelma, because I actually called my girlfriend. Well, the girl, I called her, Thelma's friend, and I knew she was at home. When we hung up, I called Thelma's house. And I said, hey, is your friend there? She said, no. I said, oh, okay. Well, what you doing? How you doing? And so it began. Now, when we ran away in 1992, very near, actually 1991, very near the beginning of 1992. Yeah, it was December, and it was after her birthday. She was 16. And I was 18. 2 years difference. And that's when we crossed the state line. I didn't abduct nobody. No, not at all. I went out to Kaywood, where she was going to school. And I picked her up in the parking lot before school started. There's a lot more of the story, you know, with my friend who helped me. But ever since, Thelma and I have been together. We got married a little over a year later in January of 1993.
I have a quick question.
And
Sure.
Did Kel, how can I put this really nicely? Fuck being nice. Did Thelma cry herself to sleep again that night?
She did. The nights that they were prepping, I don't know if it was quite the StreamYard phone bone that we've all recently heard about.
Yeah.
That does happen here a lot.
That was really touchy, how he first talked about his.
I don't think I timestamped that. We could revisit it. I could look to see if I timestamped it. As you all well noticed, I let it play for many reasons. Mainly because this story has morphed once fucking again. Once again, it's morphed into a whole nother, I'm sorry, but this is a whole nother motherfucking dimension. Now it's we're back to the prank calling. I've talked about this multiple times, also called a liar by many individuals in Jimbo's. What I wish I was so petty that I saved people calling me a liar in like a, maybe I should do that. Yeah. On this day in 2023, so-and-so called me a liar, and boom, here's Jimbo saying it again. I don't have that much free time. A lot of people call me a liar, and I'm like, what? I heard it. It's right here. Are you not listening? You're in the fucking chat. So, yeah. Yes. Oh my God, that's how I felt. Okay, so I was totally stirring the pot. Here's the thing. Joneson and Queen Bee, you know, used to like be like, no real life, blah, 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 blah. Everybody comes to the dark side. Okay? We have tweaker shots. And I went in there. I went at Joneson's first. I like Joneson for what it's worth. I like Queen Bee for what it's worth. I'm not saying they're perfect individuals. I don't know who's lying. I don't know who's telling the truth. But it was hella juicy, okay? And I am the drama, so yeah, you know I was listening. Until Tiffany Marie came on panel. And I was thinking the same thing. Who else is taking notes about how to run a channel into the ground like Tiffany Marie did? Hey, Michelle.
Yeah, I missed all that.
It was juicy. They're getting wild. All kinds of shit's going on. FOIAs and this and that. So I tagged them both in me calling the police on Jimbo. I was like, ladies, let me tell you something. Receipts or it didn't happen. If you're going to call the police on other creators, you must record yourself on StreamYard and upload it. Sharing is motherfucking caring, people. Sharing is motherfucking caring. I said, y'all need to take my courses, okay? There is a science. I don't just wake up and be a terrorist. It evolves. I can teach you, okay? I can teach you the ways of traitors.
Next month, we will celebrate our 32nd anniversary. So you people who want to call me names and accuse me of being a criminal or veto,
well,
you have no idea who I am.
It's funny that I just happened to have this video cute and handy. It's almost like I knew you were going to say that. To the people that call me a criminal, you're wrong. Are we? Okay, now it is not criminal to file for bankruptcy. Just lends to the picture that I'm painting here that you are a person who doesn't pay their debt. Okay? Lexington Herald Leader, Lexington, Kentucky, July 21st, 1982. Bankruptcy petition, James A. Collins, a.k.a. Jim Collins, a.k.a. James Arnold Collins Jr., James A. Collins Jr., 725 Lorraine, Circle, Mount Sterling, a supervisor, debt, blank property. I can't read the rest. Gibbo has 3 bankruptcies. I believe when you pull him up, they pull up. November 13th, 2002, Lexington, Kentucky, Thelma Collins, 26 of Nicholasville, forgery, 2nd degree, 2 counts, 1 year, each count, concurrent to serve 14 days, 5 years probation. And I love this music, but I put behind it. 18th February 2009, Lexington Herald Leader, DNR Enterprises of Ohio, LLC, versus Thelma and James Collins for $24,000, etc., claimed due on a contract. Again, that's not a criminal action, but you are getting sued because you owe this motherfucker $24,000. Allegedly. May 20th, 2012, a fire damaged Collins' residence in Corbin, Kentucky. Now, this is the mother's residence. At the time of the incident, Collins' residence was covered by a State Farm insurance policy providing coverage for fire loss. It's got the record number. If you check my community posts, the members, I have it pinned or posted. If you're not a member, you can send me an email and I will send it to you. It's really easy to find. You actually just type in James Collins or Selma Collins State Farm. It should pop up on Google. State Farm investigated the cause of the fire and denied Collins' claim by letter dated March 12, another 12, 2013. More specifically, it declared Collins' policy void and denied her claim, I think, due to her by a State Farm insurance policy providing coverage for fire loss. State Farm investigated the cause of the fire and denied Collins by letter dated Okay, this is the continuation. Her claim, denied her claim due to her violation of the intentional acts and concealment or fraud provisions of the residential policy. Intentionally set, although the identity of the person or persons who started the fire has not been established. Now, he has maintained multiple times this man's name, but that man is not in jail for the arson. He's in jail for other crimes. So he claims it to be someone, but how that happened, why he just burnt his house down, there's never been a story told on why this alleged criminal out of the clear blue sky picked Norma's house to burn down. That's, February 19th, 2013. Rodney, it's spelled wrong. Ronnie King murder/fire. March 2013. Lexington Herald Leader, bankruptcy. (11/30/2021). Theft by deception include cold checks, 1,000 to 10,000. And there's the details. And again, this still comes up because she's still on probation. And here is, I think that's when she was still pleading out. And this is the same. This is the same thing as that theft by deception. This is the new charges. James Andrew Collins, Laurel, 24M01335, Commonwealth versus Collins. So you know when it says Commonwealth, that is a criminal. You know when it says M, that's a misdemeanor. First, Collins James Andrew white male. Next, arraignment 12/13/2024 in room D. Now, I think this is when they just go give their plea, whether it's going to be not guilty or guilty. If they're going to plead guilty and be done with it, great. If they're going to continue it, I will try. Well, someone in Kentucky will have to FOIA it, and then we can have it. But I believe we have to FOIA the court room for that day. So we'll have to find out if that can be done. I know Jimbo did it for Ernie. I know it can be done. You just have to be a Kentucky resident to do it. And then we got Selma, 24-M, misdemeanor. 01334, Commonwealth, First Collins, Selma Marie. And 12/13/2024 at 9:31 a.m. in room D. So you're not a criminal, Jimbo. That's what I'm saying, Bird. Yep. Several charges. Now that last bit, remember, I mean, since we've been watching, we've seen her go to jail. Well, they pretended she went to jail a couple weeks ago, but she didn't. Again, can I prove it? No. But they do not mugshot you. They do not just, well, we're busy, go over there. If you have a warrant for your arrest, you would have to see a judge for them to take the warrant off. Not a police officer says, well, we're too busy to book you. Just go pay the money. Never heard of, never once heard of. Yeah, he does have several aliases. There is also a allegation that he absolutely used his dad's and potentially Thelma used the mom's social security numbers after they passed away. So yeah, I do believe it's the Warrior LLC that was tied to his dad's name because these people are criminals. So take it back, Jimbo. And you do meet the definition of a pedophile. We've established that for a very long time.
There's the love of my life right now. What'd you bring me, baby? Oh, what's that coming out of that? That's cherry? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
I don't know, but I redid my banana pudding because I'm not mad at myself.
What banana pudding?
The one I did for Thanksgiving because I didn't blend it.
Oh, I thought it was.
But anyway, I redid it, so we have new banana pudding.
You got some banana pudding in there? I'm gonna give me some.
And that's oh my.
Sorry, cherry turnover.
Why does he eat?
That son of a bitch is hot.
Fucking fat ass, dude. You're always, listen, you can lose the weight, Jimbo. You still act like you weigh 300 pounds. It's a mentality, okay? And he mutes because he's going to eat. Because they can't fucking do this before he goes live, right? No, can't be done.
This is weird. Okay.
Read now. I want to get over to these highlighted comments. I'm sorry I missed them. Trixie's Creations for Yous. Member for 21 months said, love you all. Sorry I've been absent. You never have to be sorry.
That bitch.
Anytime you need to take time and
Trixie, you're a dumb bitch.
do, life things.
I actually found a clip where somebody was going off on her, and now I can't remember who it was.
Cool.
Oh, Southern Girl.
We love you, Trixie. Mystery Sky. Thank you for the $20 super chat. You and fam need it. And you deserve it after everything you've been through.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, you need a fucking job. You need to stop stealing people's shit, Selma.
Yeah.
That's
oh, wow. 40th anniversary. That's good.
He does have a job.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
He's going to be, what is it? Practicing with kids one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he'll make sure the parents are there.
Yeah.
Weird statements, but okay.
If you weren't doing anything wrong, you wouldn't even think of it. I have never thought in my brain, oh, I can't be around this child alone. What?
Yeah, that's...
You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that worry, I can't change my niece or nephew's diaper because, what? No. But if you're doing something wrong, okay, you be, before you say, well, I'm going to change this diaper, well, you can trust me, I never did anything, and your whole speech and everything patterns change. Just like what happened? Just like you saying, well, I'm a hypocrite. I don't let my kids date. because you know it's wrong. We live in a world full of people that have justified all types of pedophilic shit. In fact, this morning, and I'm not calling Johnny Carson a pedophile. I'm not. But he is interviewing his late night show, Drew Barrymore, at probably 6 years old. Adorable little girl, maybe 7, no more than 8. Her feet don't even barely come down the chair because she's that small. And he calls her a woman. I'll literally just watch that clip. A woman? Really? No. Again, it's all around us. It's justified. It's, well, I dated and I did this and I lied about my age. And that very well may be true, but you're justifying. If we do not realize that these behaviors got us into some shit as a society, we're fucked. If we're going to sit here and keep making excuses, we're never going to learn from mistakes. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sweet Salty. If he can't stand up straight, how is he going to throw the basketball in the hoop or bounce it? Because remember, he said he couldn't stand up for quite a long time, sit or what?
Of around league.
Maybe. I mean, possible. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, he wakes them up. I put that clip up to call into Dolly Vision at 1 a.m. So, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Erica. Yep, there's banana pudding. I got some here. I'm gonna eat this turnover first. But I'm sorry if I missed anything going on in the chat while I was burning up over here. But anyway, I'm sorry. I keep saying anyway.
Can you run your fucking live stream?
Hey, Kim Louise, much love to you too. We love you, Kim Louise. So we had been in Charlotte, North Carolina for not 2 years, mammoth, but I don't know, 10 months, maybe 11 months. And well, somebody I worked with got mad at me, and they knew the situation.
Here it is. Here it is. This is funny, and I don't think I heard this one before.
I worked with got mad at me, and they knew the situation. So just like the little YouTubers.
And what he means by, and they knew the situation, meaning when he was 18, he drove to Thelma's school, and instead of her going into the school to start her school day, she got in the car with Jimbo, the adult, at 16, and went across state lines. That situation.
Dude, they went real live. Oh, Lord. He got a raise and I didn't. Let's send his ass back. Let's send him to jail. They called the police and told them they saw my now wife on a milk carton. Not true. But anyway, the Pope.
On a milk carton?
His coworker was mad at him because Jimbo got a raise, which I doubt, but his coworker didn't, and the coworker knew the situation of his child bride. who was a runaway, and he called the police and said, that little girl that Jimbo's harboring, she's on a milk carton.
He's about as good at stories as Ernie.
I'm sorry, but this was a new one. And I laughed. This was the moment I knew I had to. Yes, I have not listened a single solitary syllable after this. I paused it and I died. Dropped my phone. I laughed so hard. And I was like, oh, I got to cover this.
Wow.
Oh, Thelma's on a milk carton. These jokes write themselves, people. I don't even have to be funny at this point.
Do they even do that back then still?
I have no idea. Hold on, let me Google it. I thought it ran through the 90s, but hold on. How long? So, I mean, I think it's the right time frame, but I could be totally wrong. I remember milk cartons with kids, I think, when I was little.
Yeah, I remember that, but
how long did kids go?
I think he's trying to be Ernie with all these stories.
For real, yeah. Except Ernie's stories are way better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I'm wrong. Well, they stayed on the milk carton till, okay, it says by the late 1980s, the campaign began to fade, which I was born in 86, and was gone almost entirely by the invention of the Amber Alert system in 96. However, a few individual companies were still printing kids on milk cartons even in the late 1990s. So, yeah, I thought I remembered it.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, he does say some weird shit, so.
Get out. And Thelma told him, hey, I'm 16. I'm about to be 17. And cop said, well, if that's true, we'll bring you right back because you're in North Carolina, or as Ernie would say, North Carolina. At the age of 16, if you've got a roof over your head and you're not in any danger, we're not going to do anything to you. We'll bring you back. A couple hours later, they pull up with the squad car, bring her back. Now, I can tell y'all some stories about the near year that we spent in Charlotte. There's some funny stuff there. But so Thelma and I came back to Harlan because after that, you know, she contacted her mom. Yeah, they did. My insane. They did. That was right.
I've been laughing all fucking day. Randomly out of nowhere. Leaf on a leaf. Yeah, Rand came up with peeing on a pulpit. So we've got some work to do today.
Right in the middle of the big milk carton thing. Hey, Freeside.
No, I know.
But
I know.
Oh yeah, it is.
Right.
You know,
What?
it is.
How many times?
It is a very funny town. So Thelma's mom said,
exactly.
if y'all want to, you can get married. Which took away my opportunity to ever propose to them. It is what it is, but I never got to do the wedding ring thing on, you know, engagement ring down on one knee. We're all sitting there and her mom goes, y'all can get married if you want. What am I supposed to do? Say, nah. And then try to, no. Okay.
So you took her across state lines after just meeting her, but she's not marriage material? or what? Like, what are you even saying right now?
He was given the option.
No, the mom said, y'all get married, or however she said it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I didn't get my opportunity to ask her. What I'm saying is they've been together well over a year plus at this point. You kidnapped her across state lines and she's not marriage material? Do you want to trade younger, or, oh, but because Thelma's mom? I thought you just said it was love at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
His words, love at first sight. Now you're saying, well, she took away my opportunity. Now, wait a minute. If you're to believe him about Pauletta, one of the many stories was, no, they met when she was 12. He only dated her 2 weeks before they got married. So why did you wait took her across state lines well over a year before you went to get married to her? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Math ain't math.
I wanted to marry her, of course. I was going to propose, of course. But so we just assumed, okay, well, we'll go down here and get our marriage license and get married. So we did. We went in there and got our marriage license. And the next month, because we almost let it expire, we got married. Best thing I ever did. Best thing I've ever done in my life. That woman has saved my life more times.
What's that mama up to?
By just being there for me and
took how many
keeping
charges
me from doing something stupid.
Mm-hmm. He finally admitted it.
God sent her to me. I believe that with all my heart. And if I'd never got a divorce, if I never went through that, I would have never met them. I'm going to. I'm waiting. I got it. Hopefully I live long enough, but I want to do it on number 35.
Sad fishing. Hopefully I live long enough.
On the same day, year 35. So, oh, bro, sorry to hear that. Damn, man, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, buddy. If I'd known that, I'd have damn sure came and saw you.
What?
Damn, that sucks, man.
Maybe they know each other.
Thank you, Behind Green Eyes.
What do you mean, Michelle?
It's like, these people don't know that kind of love. They don't.
By taking all the charges, all the rap sheets for him, that saved his life. Yep. Definitely saved
They'll
him.
never have it.
Oops, my bad.
No, you're good.
Bird, he cheated on his wife. I mean, if you love somebody enough to marry them, why would you lay down with somebody else?
Oh, wait a minute.
I know it happens. I know things happen, people stray, but this guy not only did that, but he did it and dumped his wife and kids. And then you got Katie.
Okay, before I go any further, this pains me.
Hey, Mama, too.
This pains me to say this. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. God help me, give me the strength to say these words. Now, many of you, if you've been here like I've been here, or many of you way longer than me, we all know about the threesome that Jimbo has had. The ring girls that Selma has talked about extensively, that they have brought into their marital bed. So, in order to not leave each other, because Jimbo either needs that or Selma needs it, I don't want to know. Okay. They opened their marital bed to a third person more than once, probably more than 10 times, but had the nerve to talk. I'm sorry, that's cheating. Even if you both agree to it, that's cheating, Jimbo. So, breaking news, having a threesome with your wife, you're still cheating on each other because you guys put the rings on the fingers, right? You took a vow to not step outside of the marital bed, but you did. So it's the same thing. The only thing is you can't leave Thelma because then you would have to go to jail for all the crimes that you commit.
What about Thelma and Josh, too?
Oh, yeah.
And the Cadillac.
I forgot about that. Yeah, she bought him a Cadillac.
Cadillacs. I was about to sing the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weird.
Jimbo, man, you're not too good at this.
No. But keep giving out life advice because I'm sure some idiot in your chat will take it. Nobody with the threesome? No. Bird cheated on his wife. Bro, you have talked extensively about your threesome love affairs. Stop it.
That's so great.
Who's she? Thank you, Ebeg and Ernie's Wasteland. And I actually, when I mention my favorite channels, I always forget to mention your channel. And my bad, because you're definitely one of the channels I watch a lot of. So,
No.
Oh man, it was all good. It was rough, man. Our birthday is 23rd of December. It sucks. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Welcome back, Virgo.
You know, it's holidays are hard enough when you lose somebody, anybody close, but it makes it even worse. You know, and
Does it now?
yeah. Sorry, buddy. Amber Peace and my husband died last year. I'm 44. We were together 20 years. So Amber P, you were together when you were 14. Either way, condolences and
Ooh, he really had to point that out.
congrats on the 20 years that you got to be together. Thank you, Lion Mama. That's what I always think. Like my buddy, best friend I've ever had, and he's still my best friend I've ever had in real life. You know, hey, Mrs. T, what does that US mean? What is that? But anyway, thank you, narcissistic. I really, you know, it's so easy to get a divorce now, right?
It's open up your bed.
92. It's like people just go out and have an argument. Fuck this. We're getting a divorce. Huh?
Yeah, you chose the three-way option.
Oh, that's a U.S. flag. You probably don't show up on my StreamYard. Now I get it. I see all these like little things. I've always wondered, like, why is that showing, you know, like Australia and like, what the hell? But now I get it. Thank you. I'm glad I asked you that.
Yeah, exactly.
I went on not knowing.
You like them young.
Oh, thank you, Graham. I'm going to put your name in the thing later when we.
Gross.
Really appreciate that.
I think it's just about over. Chew your fucking food. Oh my god.
Give Graham. Thank you, Skunk. Right around Christmas. That sucks. I hate that. Y'all add Amber to your prayer list. And I'm not sure who you are. I don't know, but oh no. But anyway, anyway. Yeah, it's so easy to get a divorce, Jimmy.
No, exactly. And his wife can't read.
Here we go.
The jokes write themselves.
I start doing some wrestling. Jimmy can tell you, you don't make a lot of money wrestling. Unless you get a big break. You know, like Ernie, when he was the NWA heavyweight champion. I don't know if you know Jimmy, but when he was the NWA heavyweight champion, he was also doing secret tours in foreign countries.
Me too.
He's a Green Beret.
I don't really like the color green, so I'm a black beret.
Okay.
That info came out a couple days ago. I laughed too, but he really fucking said it. Yeah, Mick Foley made a lot of money.
And what? No, listen. Ernie is extra ridiculous. What's the difference between Ernie convincing, was it Renee Marie on that call? Whoever was on that call, that he was a Green Beret and that all the Green Berets were going to be like, yeah, let's free Ernie show. We're going to Kentucky, guys. Come on, Green Berets, right? They're going to march right down in there and they're going to be all in full force and all their Green Beret attire sitting in the pews of the courtroom. What's the difference between that story and how Cuddles ended up in the car? What's the difference? We weren't looking. Thelma was totally puking. Okay. Did you not see the black puke? Guys, you may not know this. I just had a huge light bulb moment. Okay. Max Spears. Ernie just recently talked about the Spears Project. You may not know this, but I take it upon myself to read a lot of crazy shit. Max Spears was a super soldier, and he was assassinated by the Black Goo. I think Ernie really was a super soldier. And I think Thelma was also a government experiment, which is why she was throwing up black goo. Thelma is a fucking super soldier, people. That's why she can chop those onions so perfectly thin. That's why she can manage with her little 5'1" ass or 5 foot ass to take care of 1,500 fucking pound dogs and cook and clean for Jimbo and take care of her children. Thelma is Agent 1009849 in the Spears Project. Both Ernie and Thelma were let out of the Corbin, Kentucky government facility. I think Jimbo is a handler. Iced Out, you're going to have to go to Corbin / Harlan, Kentucky and find you a Spears reject. Guys, it's real.
But still, I mean, does he still have a lot of money? Not because of his wrestling. Well, because of his wrestling, but not because of what he got paid wrestling.
I'm telling you.
I would make more money because I was, but most of the time, most of the 13 years I spent beating myself to death, I was a baby face, which is a good guy, right? Country boy, Jimbo Collins. I wore leather, pleather pants and like a singlet top, kind of spandexy. You may have seen the picture of me standing in with that smoke and all that and the kids around, but
Why Mention the kids.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
almost
then, you know, later on when I lost a little bit of weight, I was able to put on that singlet for my last match and last couple matches actually. And, you know, I don't regret wrestling. That's all I ever wanted to do.
What?
Was it hard on me? Oh my gosh. Did I make money? No. Not at all. But I worked. Of course. No, it's not that kind of stuff. No. Now, quit that. Hey, KJ3, good to see you.
That was gross.
So I'm a very young man at this point. You know, when I first started wrestling, and I would make more money selling pictures of myself at the wrestling shows than what the promoter paid me.
You what?
One more time. Hold on.
I first started wrestling, and I would make more money selling pictures of myself at the wrestling shows than what the promoter paid me. I made generally $5 to $10 a match for the first couple of years, at least. That was what we call my PO, payoff. Now, that was on the matches where I got paid. I went and set up the ring and took it down, set it up before the matches and took it down after the matches for a little while too. You know, it's called paying your dues. And no pay. Amber, my husband was 12 years older than me, but we didn't meet until I was 24. I always teased him he was graduating high school when I graduated kindergarten. Yeah. Oh gosh. So wrestling wasn't paying bills. So I did work, you know, after working at Kmart and then, you know, eventually, I don't know what year it was, but eventually Kmart closed. I was working there when they closed. Hello, brother.
What? This story is weird. I told you people.
You muted, bro.
Oh, Kemper. Kemper came to spoil the fun, people.
I'll give him a minute. He might be listening. Can't chat yet. But
yes,
Cindy, I wasn't working there when they closed, and we may have to do the rest of this part, you know, another night. But
I'm sorry.
if I could go back and change one thing in my life, and still have.
Now, mind you, 136 people were in his chat. I see names like Honey Bunny, who, isn't that spooky, I think? Been there since the beginning of the stand. Honey Bunny has. Penny Positive, I don't know how new she is, but I know she's heard the marriage story. Erica Suter's been there for a really long time. Kim Louise, I'm not sure. Narcissistic Times, not sure. Fluffy, been there for a long time. I can't see what that word is. But the majority of his chat has heard all of these stories before. But in another variation of the story, and nobody, nothing, never.
No,
nothing.
they won't. They won't.
Blows my fucking mind.
My wife and my children. I would take away that first marriage. I would take away every meeting.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe she got both of that.
Regardless of the situations,
it.
worst mistake I ever made. And that isn't just because Benny Keys brought it up 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think Honey Bunny is spooky. I think. There's two different honey bunnies. One of them, I don't know. It's told it was spooky. I don't know. I never asked because really, I don't. It is what it is. But I just know for a fact Spooky started the stand with them, so they've been knowing each other. I know for a fact she's heard more stories than me, but nobody says nothing.
There's always been a mistake ever made.
What's up?
If it has a white bunny beside it, yes.
Sorry, it wouldn't let me unmute. It wouldn't even give me my
Same,
option to unmute. So I had to go
What
back
the
out.
fudge?
Yeah.
Kipper, I'm having a cherry turnover. And
Kemper cannot stand when Thelma interrupts them and when he's eating on fucking panel. He don't give a fuck what you're eating.
some freshly made nanner pudding.
So I sit down from a long day at work and you go to bragging.
That's what I'm saying. Called it. Called it. You know Kemper really is pissed. Like, bitch, shut your mouth. You sit on your ass all day. And Griff, Kemper, what the fuck? Again, I said this. You work. I think you're working 2 jobs right now. And you can say whatever you want about Kemper. He has always had a job or 2. And this motherfucker constantly just goes to YouTube to get money. What the fuck, Kemper? If you're here to call out scammers, your co-pilot is worse than Ernie fucking Shell. Okay? If I legitimately, from the beginning, counted up all the grifts, all the scams, I guarantee he's got more money come to him than Ernie Shell, because he stands on the other side. He points out all Ernie Shell's flaws. Ha! That guy, this, that, the other. Oh, I'm the good guy. I'm the family man. No. I need rent money. I'm getting evicted. I might as well just come out and say it. I'm getting evicted. How many times have you been evicted since I've seen you? 3?
Shit, if you want to put it like that, I guess I kind of am, ain't I?
Yeah. I was like, I ain't even eat yet, man. This dude done throw some cherry turnover and banana pudding up in my face.
I sure as hell did. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, Rosemary.
Yeah, I don't get it.
We got a good crowd tonight, brother. Good crowd tonight.
I got here as soon as I could.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So I've been telling a little bit of my life story, and I'm up to the point to where Thelma and I are married, and I'm starting to work a little bit. So I'd already had my job at Kmart, and anyway, basically, I went to work. My dad got me a job working on a paving crew. Now, you think, oh, well, that's good money. No, it wasn't. They paid me minimum wage. And I didn't get to sit in the truck or roll over the roller thingy. No, I had a shovel. And when the truck dumped out the...
Breaking news. When you start manual labor jobs, you start at the bottom and you work your way through it. Yeah. Breaking fucking news. And they're not going to pay you $20 an hour to hold a fucking shovel. No. They pay you minimum wage. Shocker. I know this is, really a hard logic, but that's where you start.
Fucking pavement, which is in the summer, black heat, it's excruciatingly, like, just crazy hot.
Yes.
That's not an appropriate word, but
it's sort of like being sunburned and then walking into an oven.
Yes. And the sunburn I got the first day taught me a long lesson. But and I worked that job for a while, and it just wasn't for me.
That's some hard work, bro. It is.
Yeah, it is.
I've done it, but not for long.
Yeah. Now I didn't just quit because my dad got me the job, so I couldn't just do that. I didn't just quit. I worked it. Now my buddy that he got the job with me, he quit the first day. He didn't even finish the day.
Okay.
So anyway, I was doing that thing for a little bit, and my first job other than Kmart, because I can't say I didn't enjoy that job. I don't really remember it. But my first job that I actually remember enjoying was I was a respite provider. You ever heard of that?
A what?
Respite provider. RESPITE.
I can't say that I have.
It's like a Big Brother program.
Okay.
So I got
Like a
paid
mentor?
for 4 or 5 hours a day. After school, I would go pick up. I had 4 or 5 at a time. I'd go pick up one per day, take them out and play ball. Do things because they didn't have a father. They didn't have any male figures in life, or they weren't in the program. So I did things that they didn't get at home from a male figure.
Jody, fucking amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much.
So yeah, it is a great program, Behind Green Eyes. And the job was through comprehensive care.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Skunk.
Read it.
Said Charlie was at Freeside. Charlie was asking where you were tonight. I told him you're a colonel in Space Force and probably doing training tonight.
Charlie, I saw he went live. I couldn't find it, so
Mm-hmm.
I saw it while I was watching something else, and then when it was over, I couldn't find it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal program, and it really helps. And I've got some of those kids now who are, that was 30 some years ago, or 30 years ago at least. These kids are now in their 40s, and I still have them.
Anywhere kids are.
Send me messages on Facebook.
Look at what I'm about to
stuff
say.
like
That's
that.
what's that bullshit.
They look up to me, and I appreciate that. And all those kids have a place in my heart. I spend a lot of time with them. And then,
Has nothing
we
to do with the
moved
missing parents. You dumb
to
fuck.
Lexington.
I'll be right back. God, he's so dumb.
Oh my. Respite care is a temporary care program for caregivers of children or adults with developmental or functional disabilities. Okay.
Jimbo. Damn. You didn't research that one.
There just wasn't any real money to make in Harlan, not enough to raise a family with.
I'm sorry.
We wanted to start looking at doing that. And we lived there for a while. I know it was a short time after the attacks on 9/11,
I'm
that we
sorry,
moved back briefly before we moved to Corbin. But
No punching walls for me, Bird. I'm good.
yes, Kim Louise, thank you. I sure have. I've been a teacher of some sort. We moved back, ended up in Corbin because there wasn't any work in Harlan as usual. And I worked in an industry that, over the Lexington years and several of the Corbin years. And, the Lexington years there's quite a few there. I can't remember exactly how many, but I could add it up. But anyway, hey, Diana. I started coaching later on in life. My children, and sports is the reason
I'm so sorry.
I never got in trouble. I never tried drugs. I've never even tasted tobacco or coffee, still to this day. So
Who cares?
if it wasn't for sports, I wouldn't be like that. I wouldn't be so boring.
And hey, listen,
Because
I will tell you what. When I first was watching Jimbo, he was doing a lot of, I'm not saying drug addict behaviors. I'm saying like that he was on narcotics. Like his twitches or his mannerisms or his Thelma doing this weirdo shit, which she still kind of does, but not as bad. So, and it's hard to kick opioids. So if he really did that, then that's a good thing. But to sit here and this frustrates me. Y'all know how I feel about people with a drug problem or a drinking problem or whatever. If you decided to take a break from this shithole and then you said, you know what, I can't do this, and then you came back to this shithole without the fucking crutch, that makes you a strong motherfucker, all right? Because this place sucks, and you should be proud of yourself. So, with that being said, someone who constantly pushes down your throat, I'm a Christian, I never drank, I never smoked, I never put tobacco on my lips, as if it's some measure of how pure you are, as if it's a measure, shut the fuck up, okay? Bro, you constantly put yourself in kids. Did you see me in the picture? The leather, the pleather with the children. Instead of reading 24, he reads 14. Oh, I was a coach. I'm going to do one-on-one lessons with kids. It's a pattern of really gross fucking behavior.
Yep.
He keeps putting himself as if he's some pure salt of the earth human being. Bro, clearly you're flawed. Clearly you were doing some weirdo shit. Okay? You talk openly about it. Fine. It doesn't make you a bad person. But stop saying that it's raining when you're pissing in my fucking ear. Because it's a lie. And it blows my mind that these fucking people just sit here and are like, oh yeah, I never smoked either, Jimbo. I never drank coffee either, Jimbo. I never did narcotics, Jimbo. Do you realize that Oxycontin is absolutely a narcotic? Yeah. Even though it's prescribed, again, doesn't make you a bad person. But you're not a saint or a Puritan, okay? It gets on my fucking nerves.
Played sports or watched sports all the time. So
for real.
It was and it was good playing ball with those kids when I was a respiratory provider.
Oh no.
So thank you, Mystery Sky. Eventually I started coaching.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
For when my kids were playing. I never forced them to play. I let them choose. James wanted to play a season of football. He did. I wanted him to quit. He was by far and away the smallest kid in the league. Not on his team, in the league. He wouldn't quit. I kept giving him outs. You okay, son? You want to quit? He never quit.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of kid.
And
all my kids.
I came across a live that's still on his channel. You probably seen me play it recently. I'm trying to think what live. It was the live where him and Kemper broke up. He said he's been being accused of being a drug dealer since like 2011. That was way before YouTube. Way. And then again, he's like, yeah, in my real life, a coworker got mad at me just like the people on YouTube do to me. There's too many over things. You need to take accountability that you put yourself in these situations, that you put this out there like you're a drug dealer. I even have a clip of him saying he gave Ernie hydrocodone. Ernie don't do drugs. I gave him a hydrocodone once, and he was so out of it. But now he's a meth head. Okay.
Kids.
Not to change the subject, but he just asked his son if he wanted to quit. As a coach, don't you want to push them to do something? Not just offer it up to quit?
I mean,
yeah, I can't.
Quitters never prosper, Jimbo.
Man, that's great coaching.
After I coached all my children in basketball, including Molly, there were some parents who asked me to create a travel team. I said, "What's that? What do you got to do?" So they told me how simple it was and what I wanted, what I needed to do, and well, we started as a travel team. Well, a couple of years later, we started rolling, and I never turned a kid away. I've never cut a kid, and I've never turned a kid away. No matter how much money they have or didn't have, I would make a spot, and I would make room for them to get in the game. My last year at Lay Elementary, the roster limit is 12 players. I had 16. We were best team in the league. My third string could beat any other team in the county, but all the kids wanted to come to school there.
Oh my God.
Ball players did.
Yeah.
Because we took nothing. Hunter was there my first year. We took nothing and turned it into something desirable, and a good program. And a lot of parents who didn't like me before because they played against me and when I was coaching my kids and even travel ball. Now they love me because they played for me there. And I'm not trying to put myself over or say I'm great, this, that, and the other. I'm just saying I'm not the monster that these fuckers say I am. Not even,
of course not.
Okay. First, I will never meet Jimbo. So why the fuck does he care so much about what I say about him? Yeah, training kids, what could go wrong?
Does it really bothers him?
Yeah.
It really, really bothers him.
Because deep down inside, his words, I don't let my kids see. Okay. So you learn from your lessons, okay, right? Allegedly. So what does it matter? If you know deep down inside that you made a mistake, of marrying a 12-year-old and taking a 16-year-old across state lines, two big mistakes. Okay. I've done better in my life, YouTube. I can't go back to change my 35-year-old past, but I'm a better person because of it. I've seen that, there's too many kids that need to get out of situations. And as a coach, I instill those lessons in them. Like, I married young. I married a very young person. Blah, blah. No, quite the opposite. In fact, he hid it when it was busted out. He then lied about it, still lying about it, so much so that he just brought Pauletta on his panel and has since that lied about it 15 more times. You haven't learned a thing. This is why I think you're a degenerate. It's well past the point of me not liking you because you married a 12-year-old. That was just the beginning. Everything that you have done every single day you've logged onto this platform has made me not like you even more. But at the end of the day, if you're a father who's married, happily married, 30-something years with 4 amazing children, as you boast about, what you should, what would it matter what fucking people on the YouTube say about you? What would it matter? Nothing. I sure don't lose sleep about what Jimbo says about me. Why is he so fucking bothered that he goes on? We're an hour and 12 minutes into this live. An hour and 12 minutes into this live. Exactly, bird. Exactly, Kentucky, Heather. He was legally married to a 12-year-old at the age of 17 in ROLLIN, Kentucky in 1990. They divorced a few months later, and then he remarried Thelma. She would have been 17 in 1993. For real. It's everywhere. And we, like I mentioned earlier, I just watched Johnny Carson sitting a fucking 6-7-year-old Drew Barrymore down, calling her a woman, asking her about crushes, saying, "Oh, I heard you like a boy." Bro, that's well past creepy uncle material. And it's normalized. We ignore, oh, well, they're a good person. Okay, well, they had maybe done better things, but does that ever change the past? No, it doesn't. There's certain things that you do in your life that no matter all the good you accomplish, like murder. If you murder somebody, the rest of your life, 16 candles. Yeah. And I'm not saying Johnny Carson's a pedophile, but I have seen a lot of videos lately that really, all Hollywood, I feel, encourages pedophilia. Every single member, man, woman, and then the children that they bring into Hollywood, then they repeat the cycle. They're absolutely molesting all of the Hollywood children all the time. There's more than just Harvey Weinstein out there. And it's you see it everywhere. And now, but you don't know because it was normal then. It was normal. It was all normal. Yeah, people look the other way. I actually was just doing some research on Roman Polanski, which I did not know he survived the Holocaust. Okay. Just to come to America from Poland. I think his dad survived too, and they reunited. Then they came to America, I think. So quote me, I didn't write this stuff down. Long story short, he was because he grew up in that tumultuous, horrible, everybody getting killed all around him, burned, gas, whatever. I mean, it was rampant. And then the post-war, and then him having to hide with families because he lacked control. And actually, Jimbo just described, and I'm not comparing him to the Hulk. I'm just saying, Jimbo literally just described a moment in his life where he lacked control. His dad. He talked about his dad getting hurt. I'm sorry. He talked about his dad abusing him as a young boy and how he was an angry drunk and so on and so forth. Again, a powerless moment that shapes the way we are forever. So when you grow up lacking that control, as you grow older, if you don't heal from that trauma, you love the power and control, which most of the time, the least of your worries if you don't become a serial killer, you are a pedophile. Roman Polanski. Absolutely. Scott. He was at Jack Nicholson's and Angelica Houston's house. I want to say she was in, oh, what was that movie? Well, you can look them up. Angelica Houston walked in when Roman Polanski was raping a 12-year-old child and knocked on the door, I guess, not walked in. And we're just, no, you are a man he gave a 12-year-old child champagne and they didn't even do anything. They didn't say, what the fuck are you doing? He then took her and gave her Quaaludes. He then took her to their jacuzzi. He then took her to the swimming pool where she faked asthma. He then led her to the bedroom where he ultimately raped her. And Angelica Houston was there, came and asked if they were okay, and just, okay, you guys are just talking, right? Sorry. So again, this is ingrained in our culture. If I hear this Appalachia bullshit one more time, I'm sorry, California is not Appalachia. It is a systemic issue worldwide. But we can prevent it by healing from our fucking traumas instead of going out in this world and finding that control, mostly with children. So as a coach, for example, exactly, Angie girl. I believe it, NSC lady. So as a coach, what are you doing? You're directing children, and those children have to follow your direction. As a director for a movie, which was Roman Polanski, he found that control behind the camera. He allowed himself to demand no excuses. He was the roughest motherfucker there was, and he was known. In fact, Charles Manson is the one who murdered Shannon Tate. Charles Manson killed Roman Polanski's second wife, Shannon Tate. And he says, well, after Shannon died, I got even darker. But you were already sleeping with all the little kids. So come on. It's the same over and over and over again. And I'm an asshole. Yeah, exactly. Sharon Tate, my bad. Sure. And I'm the asshole for calling it out. Why? Because I see patterns in everything. And I talk about these patterns because this is what I see with my fucking eyes. And it makes me an asshole every time. So, come on, people. It's all about power and control.
That's true.
But they're assholes. They're going to say dumb shit all the time because they can't find anything, so they're just going to make it up and try to drag you with it, even though it's not true. And there's no way in hell they can prove any of it to be true.
Yeah.
Not a single bit.
No. But so
I just proved, Jimbo says, I'm not a criminal, people. And I just showed all the shit he's involved in. That's proof, right? Your marriage certificate for you marrying the 12-year-old, that's proof. Thelma's birthday and your marriage date. And when you say you spent an entire year in North Carolina, that's fucking proof, right?
over the years now, I've coached. In 2017, we won the national championship, AAU.
Yes.
14 and under. And
yes.
I've coached and provided lessons now, and I'm going to start doing that again. Thanks to you, Bird, and whoever else called Amazon. I'm going to go start giving individual private lessons to children who want to know how to play basketball, who want to learn fundamentals of basketball. But don't you worry your sweet little hearts, because I will make sure the parents are there 100% of the time, just for you.
Bye, NSC lady.
But overall, through the years, you know, I've coached thousands of kids. I've been a substitute teacher for thousands of kids. Nobody has ever accused me of anything.
Nope.
Not even Ernie keeps saying, "Oh, Jimbo slapped some kid on the ass," and the
Now hold on. We all seen what he did to Beth Jones when that accusation came out, right? His friend, I don't want to say the friend's name because he was cleared of all the charges. I should just find that clip. Now, his friend, I won't say his name, but he's real life friends with Jimbo. And he got a no true bill or whichever, which means there's no evidence. Likely did not happen at all. Anyways, an accusation was made of a little girl having consensual sex with an older man, right? It was thrown out because the 99.999% didn't happen. Because the evidence should have been on a app, and when they did their subpoenas, there was no evidence. What the little girl said wasn't actually the truth. Okay? So let me preface it with that. But that part is not the important part. The important part is how Jimbo framed it. Jimbo said, well, he couldn't have done it. Now, yes, this man is in top physical form. Jimbo said, well, that man he wouldn't have picked her because she's fat, pretty much. So a little kid can't get raped by a pervert because she's fat. Yeah, no, that's not how it works, Jimbo. Thelma was fat when you took her over state lines, right? Yeah. Yeah, I just said the wrong name. Sharon T.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Jimbo's response. Now, again, the guy, he was cleared of everything. So I do absolutely believe he was genuinely honest. He said, no, I didn't do this. And the evidence exonerated him. But it was Jimbo's reaction to why he couldn't have done it that made me just sick. Let me see if I can find it. I know
the referee beat him up or his mom wanted to beat him. Bullshit. Show it. Prove it. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Yeah, Erica, I really believe it was. I really believe it was. But, you know, it's really hard because here's the thing. Like, you all know Kemper. You don't see him right now. But if I told you Kemper had cosmetic surgery on his face to make himself look like Ernie, that's the first impression you're ever going to have on Kemper. And you're always going to think, damn, that guy wanted to look like Ernie.
Right.
You know, what I'm saying is, you know, that's the first thing you ever hear about somebody. Let me Google this coach here. And it's Geppetto. And he F's 8-year-olds. And what?
You fucking said it,
whether it's true or not, my kid ain't going. I'm not going to risk it.
That's the point. That's what they're trying to do, bro.
Yeah,
People
I know.
need to know.
So I'm going to leave that there, and let's start having some fun now. Let's who we want to dunk on right now. I know Mama T went live tonight. Charlie K. I didn't get to hear Charlie K. He really bores me to tears. And I can't understand a fucking word he says. But if he said something funny or y'all want to watch that one, let me know, and that's what we'll go over a little bit. Kipper, get that surgery reversed. Yeah, and listen, there's people in the chat. Love and Grace knows the parents of somebody I've coached. There are parents of kids I've coached in the chat.
I doubt that.
All right. I found a. What did
Did
I
you?
say? I had a clip of him. Let me play it. This is Jimbo, the real Jimbo. And I'm sorry, when you think like this, when you think that trolling is saying that you married an 8-year-old and that you've got Polaroid pictures of a 12-year-old private, I would never want you to coach my children. I'll die on that hill, and I'm okay with that. And the parents should have full consent. And by full consent, I mean they should know exactly who the fuck you are and what you think is funny. I'm not trying to go coach kids. In fact, I'm rarely around a kid because I've got a foul mouth. I don't behave. I accidentally light things on fire all the time somehow. I mean, I might be a danger, but you're gross.
Well, that's where I got that from. So, but I know, I knew it was when you told me about it, I was like, and I'm not shaming that girl, but no, I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. It's a little girl, which she was a big little girl, but why would Brandon looks like this, and you got a teenager who looks like that. And if he's going to do something to destroy his life, is he going to do it with that? I mean,
so you're legitimately saying that someone cannot get raped because they're fat? It looks like you should maybe go try to strengthen yourself through Christ and get off the fucking internet.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think she used to, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember. What? Blacklisted? What you talking about? You got the red carpet here, girl.
Hey, SDA. She'll get in trouble if she does any of that, Katie. We all know that. So
I was just talking about you earlier. I said something to somebody. Bandit fucks with you. He's gonna meet the rest of us crazy. But I don't think he struck you or anything. Yeah, red carpet listed. Yeah, and that's someone brought this to my attention. There isn't because it's third party. So he's not actually teaching, right? If that makes sense, they're third party contracted. So the extensive background checks aren't the same. Teachers have I should have prepared. I should look into it. And I know it differs from state. I don't want to say the wrong things and sound stupid. But if I'm not mistaken, there is some type of a database. I just don't want to say too much and I say the wrong thing, but you get my drift. Where if you have problems as a teacher, you cannot go to another school. I think there's some way to make sure that that's a thing. I'm pretty sure. But with the coaching, it's different. And that's scary. Also, he's never been, that I'm aware of, on the approved substitute teachers list. And we've asked that multiple times. Why is he not? There's a list of names in the state of Kentucky that you have, that has all the substitute teachers that have been thoroughly checked, right? And have the qualifications and all that. Oh. Yeah, no. What you talking about? You got to wave. And then I said hi when I stopped it. It's the red carpet here. Red listed. Well, then what the fuck's red listed mean?
We'll make it something new.
Da, 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 da. But yeah, this guy, it's gross. And I think just like informed consent for all the other shit, these parents, if they're hiring the services, thank you, TZD. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Ain't nobody better be picking on you, SDA. They're gonna get fucked with.
Yeah, listen, here's the thing. Trader said it perfectly. Just don't talk shit about somebody or us, and we won't say nothing back. We don't care who you like. That's on you. It's just when you involve us.
But
Talk
yeah,
crap about us.
these people, like, I got blamed for costing Jimbo's job. Jimbo just threw Bird's fucking name in there for costing him his job. I'm sorry, Bird nor myself made you, while on the clock, take a dog, put it in your vehicle. Or even if we're just going to believe your version of reality, the dog hijacked y'all's minivan or whatever. When you realized the dog was in there, you couldn't have been. You said multiple things. Yeah, they do. But I guess with the coaches, they're using a third-party service. And anyways, long story short, now he is not. He always says he's a substitute teacher, like I said, but never once been on the substitute teacher list. There is an absolute list in the state of Kentucky. Never once has he been on any of those lists because all the towns have an approved substitute teacher list. Now, he maintained that he was doing coaching, but bits and pieces would come out like he was coaching for a private school, a Christian private school at one time, or the church down the street from his house. And he's pissed because when you Google, yeah, exactly. But somehow it's Bird's fault, my fault, right? When you Google his name, it should pop up. He thinks it's funny to say that he has Polaroids of a 12-year-old vagina and that he married an 8-year-old. When in fucking fact, he married a 12-year-old at 17. Again, if that was your only fucking transgression, although it be frowned upon, it clearly wasn't illegal somehow, okay? He was operating within the fucking law, okay? When he married the 12-year-old. Okay. What about all the charges that you've accumulated, you and your wife? What about all of the things you found yourself in the middle of, like the arson? You're listed. He's listed on his mom. Okay, I'm going to ask any of you. If you have a son, and your son is married to a wife, okay? And your house burnt down, is State Farm going to list, if you're not an occupant of the home, why the fuck are you listed on that arson investigation?
Mm-hmm.
You were questioned, maybe? I've never been through an arson investigation. That's why I'm legitimately asking this question. I'm just thinking out loud. So don't hold me to none of this. This is just thinking out loud. They're absolutely listed on the fucking State Farm investigation. Oh, that would make sense. So then they were probably interviewed. Okay. I've been thinking that for a while. Why in the fuck are they listed on their mom's arson investigation? That would make sense if they were the occupants. And that would make sense why again, they were even included in that report. Because I'm like, okay, if you don't live with your parents, what are we doing here? But yeah, so now he's talking about going to do private coaching instructions, coaching lessons again. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go back and make sure his legal name is tagged in all my videos. I will make sure to get on that.
There are kids I've coached who are now adults watching In the Bushes many nights.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that, like you said a minute ago, that's the whole thing. The whole point was we were calling out the scams and the fakeness of all these people. They had nothing except for lies, and that's what they've chose to push because they had no other alternative.
mm-hmm.
You can't sit here and bust somebody's ass when they've not done anything.
Right.
You can't. I mean, you can try, but you look stupid. You know, like Griff.
Yeah, he looks stupid all the time anyway.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you meant. You look stupid like Griff.
Yep. Well, I mean, I seen his little post about.
All right, I think that's where I'm going to end it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to look through the rest of it to see if he did indeed grift for his rent money. This motherfucker is so gross. But I think that was a perfect place to end it, where Camper is, bro.
There's a lot that was said.
What do you mean I can't prove it? What the fuck have I done over here for 2 years? Hey, Susie.
Hey, Susie. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And listen, there's not enough evidence to suggest the truth because people that do commit crimes against children are not very honest with surveys or, however that works. So there's no evidence to suggest that this situation, a person wouldn't reoffend. But there's no evidence to suggest it fucking wouldn't. And if you are intentionally putting yourself around children that do not belong to you, I'm going to feel some type of way about it. And as a parent, I would think, I would think you'd want to know. If you do background checks to hire a babysitter, and the schools do background checks to hire teachers, there's a reason to have a background check. But it is very effective when you're doing videos, clipping Jimbo, to put his name in it. Because as a search result on Google, it should generate his name. Just like Beth Jones, when she put the video out, not knowing a day in her life who the fuck Jimbo Collins was, and Frank seen it, or not Frank, Frank's wife, and said, I know who that is, because her daughter came up missing with Jimbo's son. Now all of a sudden, they're going to attack Beth, her family, threaten her kid's school, all that. So when you say, I've never been accused of anything, look what you do to beat people down, Jimbo. People are legitimately, 3 since I've been around. Yes. I'm sorry, I'd rather deal with a scammer than a fucking sex offender, or a potential sex offender, or I married a 12-year-old offender. Whatever you want to call that shit. Because it's gross. It's fucking gross. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. I don't know who's going live next, but I know I will see you all real soon.
Yep. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see y'all around.
All right.
For sure.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.